cause you have. Maybe you'd still be by my side. I pray for your dead body. I wanna be famous before I turn 29. It's too bad I've wasted my life on computer times and all the friends I could have if I tried. But I'm so freaking shy. I hope that I'll start to try. I've wasted my life on computer times. 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 I'm hoping that I'll be somebody one day, not just a lost cause halfway house. I want a big green lawn that goes on, and a family that loves me, yeah, that would be so sweet. Lemonade in the shade, and cold brew iced tea, yeah, I can picture it now. I'm gonna make it somehow, I'm gonna make it somehow. I wasted too much time trying to be myself, trying to be like everybody else, cause I thought what I wanted was be wanted by the wrong crap. That part of town going nowhere, hellbound, chained to the same lame brain. Wanna be daydream, just a loser with a bad team, yeah, but that's all in the past now. I'm going fast now, going fast now. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found. Hoping that I'll be somebody one day, not just a lost cause nowhere town. I want a great big house with a loving spouse, and kids that really love me, yeah, that would be so sweet. Lemonade in the shade, and cold brew iced tea, yeah, I can picture it now. I'm gonna make it somehow, I'm gonna make it somehow. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Copecast, your one-stop shop for all your fascism needs. How are we doing, everybody? We are, oh god, it feels like a lifetime ago that I put out a thread. Well, we put out a thread because Jenny did all the research, finding out that Alex's, as Alex will claim here, allegedly abusive ex-girlfriend. Quite a, I don't know whether he was just waiting to see what Destiny did and he was like, yeah, I'll just do that. Since we put out a thread that where we pointed out that Alex's allegedly abusive ex called him racist N-word, and my DMs were full for a week of people saying that I was trying to victim blame Alice and that I was trying to call her a racist, where I want to be clear. Yes, I don't care. I don't care that Alice named him racist N-word. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. Now look, okay, Okay, listen, gather around, okay? I want you to come real close. I want you to gather around with me here. You guys, you and I, we need to have a chat. It's a serious chat, okay? It's a serious moment, okay? You listening to me? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the avatar bigger, okay? That way you know it's the serious moment. I have obviously heard about the Linlin video, okay? I've heard about it. I'm not mad about it. I don't mind. It's fine. Listen, we're all in commentary. I've been called worse. It's fine. The video seems to be Linlin taking shots at Jar. Linlin has every right to take shots at Jar. I do not mind in the fucking slightest. I'm not mad. I've got no ill will towards Linlin. It's absolutely fine, okay? Okay. So there's a serious story. I'm not going to cover it. Okay. So we're just sort of like that's where we're at. It's all good. Okay. Nothing. I don't know. I've been called so much worse than I don't know. I will admit. I have been in all the DMs I have sent out today. Bar one person, I started them with hello, hello, this is your fascist gateway, how can I help? Or something to that effect. So I mean, listen, I think it's very funny. Anyway. Fuck. Okay, firstly, thank you guys for the 5 co-rise. Good goal. We also deserve a gold sticker for the duties of stopping you doing a fascism. Cheers, Beckett. Thank you guys. Listen, keep me on track. Welcome to Earth with the 2. Love the new avatar, Beckett. This is the best one yet. This is from Kat, who also did the background to our channel. She's a fantastic artist. She takes commissions. She works on a fair amount of things. You can find her on Twitter. I've retweeted her. I follow her generally. She's actually a friend. Actually, interestingly, as we're speaking about Jar, Kat is Jar's former thumbnail artist. So if you want to go and commission her for the lols, please do. She's fantastic. She's a great person. And I've known her longer now than the Jar drama. I know her through commentary, so I've known her for absolutely ages. She's lovely. Cool anime girls with 5. But what if I don't want to listen to you? You're not my dad or the boss of me. Listen, we've talked about this. The parasocial relationship we're building here is very specifically designed so that I am going to become your father figure, okay? Surrogate father figure, but not in the liar way, more in the sort of absent way. It's a constant adventure of me going out for cigarettes, okay? Welcome to Earth with 2. Well, since we are talking about I am Alex. Oh yeah. Fuck. Lanny, of course I've heard about the cuts to advert by fucking YouTube. Thanks for the 5, Lanny. Thanks for the 5. Okay. Hamish for the 10. This I am Alex guy seems pretty cool, and I'm not just saying that because he said that he'd bash my head against a wall with a brick if I said anything bad. I know, right? That's crazy. Welcome to Earth with the 2. Club Doom is talking about Kanye West losing on X? What? Okay, listen, I'm gonna level with you. Beckett, saying something super jarring and weird. I'm trying to ground myself right now. Say something super weird. Fucking, I don't know. I actually am now supporting Hassan. I'm a communist. I watched 5 minutes of Queeman talking about Erudite on Just Talk stream, and I've now decided to support Hassan and become a communist. There you go. It's like jarring enough. It's also a joke, to be clear, obviously. Just to be fucking clear, it's a fucking joke. Fuck all these people. Not Queeman and Just Talk, they're fine. But like everyone else. No, I don't want a ginger father figure helping with the goal. Thank you, cool anime goals for the 5. Get on with it. Okay. So, right, I'm going to level with you with this video. There is a lot of random stuff that's happened today. We've had more stuff come out in the Harry Sissons story, particularly around Camille. We've had some pretty fucking crazy accusations come out from some younger guys. So we might end up looking at those. Erudite has a new VOD, which I'm also kind of interested at looking at. I'm going to be honest with you. So there are like a smorgasbord of things. As for the Imallexx stuff, here's my actual, like, here's my starting position. It's been a year. I think he's fucking cooked. I'm interested to see how bad the response is. I've seen some of the beginning bits through Chud. I think I've watched the early parts of it. And I'm kind of... I'm kind of just... we'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel about it. Because I'm feeling a little under the weather, I'll be honest. So, let's see how it goes. The other thing I want to make you all aware of, because this got pointed out to me in the Discord, apparently... So Space Station in the Discord asked me whether I wanted to be in an RPG game. And I was like, sure, that sounds fun. That is now being made. And that I am a character in an RPG game in Chud Logic's Gok Adventures. I think that's what it's called. Which is crazy. So I actually really want to like talk about that at some point. I might get the clip if Chud still has it up. And there is one other thing that we're going to talk about before we talk about Imallexx, because the idea of talking about big YouTubers falling, and Imallexx is a 1.8 million sub YouTuber, and there's another YouTuber around Alex's size who is also having an insane crash out. And I do mean insane. And I personally want to talk about it, so I'm going to before we get into this video. Kai Rides with the Pipe. I'm sorry to inform you, Beckett, that you must now be referred to as Crab Daddy, as per Beatles' instructions. Sorry, them's the rules. Listen, speaking as a fascist gateway, I can't argue with you. Welcome to Earth with the two. What the fuck is wrong with me? Hassan is the proletariat in his $3 million house. Honestly, guys, you need to support Hassan. How is he going to feed his, like, I don't know, fucking golden plated Labrador or whatever fucking shit he's buying? Right, Black Tachyon with the 5. Tried to watch this video yesterday, but I forgot how much Imallexx's voice irks me, and I had to turn it off after like 10 minutes. Yeah, this is, I'm going to be honest with you, part of the problem I'm fucking having. I have agreed now with Chris the Narc that British YouTube fucking sucks. British commentary fucking sucks, and I might have to find a new nationality at some point. Welcome to Earthwood 2. Outside of the brick, 1 to 10 scale on Imallexx's URR. I fucking... God. 7. Being that you're a Brit commentary channel, you must call out your own. This is true. Van Conover. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that, I want to talk about Eric von Conover. Have any of you fucking heard about this? This is insane, by the way. This is completely fucking crazy. Beckett and Borg, give me a creature, you fuck. Can you draw me... Can you draw my little guy in a MAGA hat, please? Can you do that for me, Beatles? My little guy in a MAGA hat to celebrate the fact that I'm a fascist gateway. Beckett embraced the South African. Yeah, well, it's part of the plan. Okay. Eric von Conover is a massive YouTuber. 2.8 million subs. And his content, ladies and gentlemen, is basically looking at luxury apartments. Like, look at this, touring the most expensive Gilded Age mansion in America, touring a 400-year-old Gothic New York City mansion, touring a rare historic New York City carriage house. Okay, this guy is fucking loaded, massive YouTuber. And you'll notice that his views are pretty high. It's like 1.4, nearly a mil, 800k, a mil, like, and then there is a sudden drop off. About a month ago when he came out with How I Got Sober from Alcohol. You can't see this, but okay, fuck it. How I Got Sober from Alcohol, Building Legacy, Episode 1. And Eric von Conover has lost his fucking mind. He's basically doing this whole sobriety thing where he's like, oh, I'm super sober, guys. I'm super sober. I'm so sober right now. Everything is absolutely fine. However, However, where is it? If we go over to Twitter, new from YouTuber to alleged attempted murder, Eric von Conover, nearing 3 million subscribers, accused of trying to run down police officer. Luxury real estate influencer Eric von Conover, infamous for his high-end property tours, is now at the center of a shocking criminal case after allegedly attempting to kill a police officer with his Jeep. As chilling details unfold, the once celebrated creator's future hung by a thread, leaving everyone wondered what pushed him to the breaking point. So, a couple of days ago, he was tweeting out about how he'd been arrested for something that wasn't this, by the way. And it was like a fucking miscarriage of justice, that things were like, that this wasn't what America was going to be like. And now he is in a bail hearing, and this shit is fucking crazy.
I have everything right here and it's all been falsified.
Eric Conover had a lot to say before his arraignment this afternoon.
If anyone dares try to test my mental competence, I will eviscerate every single person with my intelligence right now. And that's not being egotistical.
Police paperwork says the pursuit started after...
Okay, calling it a crash out, I might have sold it a little bit in the wrong angle. Technically, there was a crash, like, so you can't hate me too much.
Conover was going 55 in a 35. After 8 miles, Conover stopped and an officer attempted to de-escalate the situation, but Conover allegedly drove at him and hit him in the leg and then sped off for another 28 miles.
Our Father who art in heaven.
The paperwork says the officer...
Now, I don't want to show you more of this because I'll be honest with you, this bail hearing makes me feel like fucking a little uncomfortable, and it's rare that I say that. And I was just like, this is fucked, but it's so crazy, I can't not talk about it. I have thought about this story literally all day. Literally all day. I have been sat here thinking about a multi-million sub YouTuber who has like gone crazy and tried to murder a cop. It's fucking wild. And I've not seen anyone else talk about it. Nobody's, like, I've seen a couple of random tweets. Nobody's talking about this. And I'm like, how? How are you not talking about this? What the fuck is going on? It makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, listen, there's a point where he, like, basically his mother joins the call and he's like, oh, mum, thank God you're here. And, you know, I'm sensitive around mothers. Let's be honest. I'm like, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. And I was like, that's sad. I like, again, I want to talk about the story, but it's clearly a very, very sad story. It's just also, insane is what it is. It's completely fucking insane. So, kind of, there's not a huge amount that I don't want to delve into it. It's just like, this is your opener. If you think I'm procrastinating at getting to the Imallexx stuff, there might be elements to that. Welcome to Earth with the 2. Is this the Doctor Who guy that tried to kill his GF? I don't think so. I don't know. Cool anime girls with the 5. Beckett, give Beatles multiple creatures. I might DM her some later. We'll see how Beatles gets on. Okay, right. So that's the Eric von Conover stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want me to watch this video? Fuck. The person who was like, get on with it, is probably sat there being like, oh, Jesus. Well, I'm to Earth with 2. Oh, different guy with same charges, Mr. Frog. Oh, fuck. Shamu talked about it. Interesting. It is insane how the fuck did he went down this route. Yeah, and he seems like a genuinely really nice guy. Like, he doesn't seem like one of these shitty YouTube, like, fucking assholes. How much do you know about Imallexx, Beckett? Not as much as I should. I never watched Imallexx or any of British commentary, so I wasn't really plugged into that shit. A lot of this stuff I've got sort of from Diesel, because Diesel was actually around at the time when they were big. He knew a lot of this group. My main knowledge of Imallexx is the Slazo stuff, because I followed the Slazo story very carefully while it was happening. Gex Herald, remember, for 7 months. Watch literally anything else. Listen, I know. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. Cool Anime Girls with the 5. Watch the video. Also need one more $5 for Super Goal chat. You do. You do. You do. Okay, just one more. One more and the fascism will stop. Don't you want to give me $5 to end fascism? Who is the real fascist here? Is it me? Or is it you guys who won't give me $5? That's the question. Arcani with the 5. Chat will be free. Chat does not serve. No, chat doesn't serve. It's an in-joke between me and Arcani now. Fuck. Okay. Oh, fuck. Let's get chat on screen. But firstly, most importantly, chat, you have hit the goal. You have hit the goal, and I, unlike your parents, am very, very proud of you. See, this is how the cult forms. First we get you in, and then we separate you from everyone who loves and cares about you. Okay? That's what we're doing. Oh, fuck. Right, what are we putting on screen? I think we're putting that on screen. Okay, yes, well done. I am proud of you. You've hit the goal. You're fucking already, we are 20 minutes into this stream, and you are already fucking killing it, chat. You're killing it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I, personally, Beckett of Cope and Seethe, am going to do if you keep this up. It's going to be fucking brutal. It's going to be a brutal night. Okay. Oh, let's get Imallexx over here. And let's get on with the show.
This video is my response to allegations made by my ex-girlfriend Alice Hez, who I was in a relationship with for the majority of 2023. Alice hit me, kicked me, emotionally, verbally and physically abused me, as well as threatened me and blackmailed me constantly throughout our relationship. Alice has continued to harass me by posting false information about me, as well as fabricating stories about our relationship online to this day. All of this will be covered in detail in this video, and for full clarity I will be reading from
Cool Anime Girls with 5. Now, I don't care about the fascism. I just want chat on screen and the sticker. Also, my mum is very proud of me. Thank you very much. Does she know what content you're watching? Oh, it's a little quiet? Okay, fine.
From a document that I have written to make sure...
Okay, first things first. Let's get started. I said at the time, and this is always a problem when looking at relationship stuff, the relationships are complicated, okay? There's no such thing as perfect victims. That doesn't fucking matter. When looking through sort of like the body of evidence, like it's not just... I know that we all talk about the fucking brick shit, right? But looking at the way Alex talked to Alice, the emotional fucking manipulation, the constant, like, basically leaning on her for everything, gaslighting, the fucking, I'm just trying to remember the fucking document. I should have given it a little reread, really. But the whole relationship top to bottom was incredibly toxic. Now I've already said as well, I'm not a fan of fucking Inaba. I think the Christie document, I think that was her name, did not get the fucking attention it deserved. I think the shit with Inaba's dog is fucking crazy. I think the fact that that kind of got swept under the rug in a way did annoy me. It continues to annoy me to this day. Want to see a demonic screenshot? Of course I do, Chris. What you got for me, buddy? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. What the hell is happening at Fat Camp? Oh my god. Jesus. That's horrifying. That's what the fuck? Jesus. Okay. What, the fact that she wanted him to put the dog down? Obviously, I don't like the idea of a dog being put down, but that dog was badly trained and was like here's the thing. That dog was badly trained and attacked her multiple times, and that's not the dog's fault, by the way. I want to be really clear about that. It's not the little pupper's fault. that, like, it hadn't been trained properly. The problem is, Inaba just took no fucking action and continued to put his partner at risk and kept moving the dog back in. And, like, I view that as pretty fucking, I view that as abusive. I said that at the time. I said that at the time. I had a lot more, like, the rest of the document is all bullshit, by the way. All the rest of it seems like complete fucking bullshit. But the stuff with the dog is fucking egregious. Inaba absolutely shouldn't have been able to just walk away from that. It was fucking crazy. Okay? Not the dog's fault, but it was Inaba's fault. Fuck Inaba. Fuck Inaba for that shit. Okay? That's where I stand on the Kirsty stuff. A lot of people are like, it doesn't matter, focus on Alice. I understand that. But it annoyed me at the time. Because abuse isn't just, like, the direct physical stuff. It's a wider smorgasbord of incredibly shitty behaviors towards a partner where you clearly don't care about them and you're putting them at levels of distress. Okay? It's the owner's fault for keeping the dog in a situation where it felt it needed to lash out. Yeah. And that would be Inaba. And fuck Inaba. Okay, I think that's mostly out of my system now. I think I'm good. Okay. Let's fucking go.
So that this is treated with the seriousness that it deserves. Since our relationship ended, Alice has lied continuously for the last 12 months that I was under a...
Okay, now, unfortunately, because I watched Chud Logic, this is going to be... I know that he is going to show the same fucking screenshots over and over and over again. Over and over again. Just an endless stream of these fucking screenshots. Oh, Jesus. Just hopped in about Inaba. Is it about the GF as a worker thing? No, it's about Inaba knowing that his dog's badly trained and dangerous and not doing anything to protect her. Or, like, mitigate that and then moving it back in when he promised not to when they lived together. Even though it had hospitalized her, which is really bad. Looping is fun back here. I know, I'm doing it on the Inaba stuff and I'm going to continue to do it. Anyway.
Police investigation to friends, ex-girlfriends, and YouTube commentary channels.
What? Okay, fuck. We're gonna apparently. I fucking just show this. This isn't your first day on the internet, Alex. Listen, you didn't get to ruin so many innocent people's careers by making videos like this, Alex. I'll read the fucking screenshot. I'll read the fucking screenshot. Jesus Christ. Ooh. I mentioned in my statement I wouldn't be releasing anything until he responded and tried to avoid accountability or twist the narrative to get out of what he's done. Lamau foresight. Because that's what he threatened he would do. And realistically, I think there's enough evidence out there for everyone to know and understand how shitty he was to me and as a person. And it's been dropped, police don't do anything about situations like this. They never have, unless I took this to court or he contacted me again. But he has been put down in the system, so anyone who knows how Claire's law works can use this information to stay safe from him, aka new girlfriends accepting request. Now, listen, because I watched Chud Logic covering this stuff, I kind of stopped at the 8-minute mark of watching Chud's coverage, but that was like an hour and a half. Well, they take like Chud an hour and a half to do 8 minutes. I don't know about this Claire's Law stuff. Chud went back and forth on it a load. I think that you don't need a criminal record to be on it. I think that was the conclusion Chud came to. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. I sort of just believe that Alice went to the police. I kind of just believe that. I think that's fine. And in many ways, like, the main thing is to warn people about Alex. Well, you know, fucking... That's been done in one way or another, right? Because he is a massive public figure with now some, you know, fairly brutal allegations against him.
I was under a police investigation. To friends,
Did you expect Imallexx to release a response video in 2025? Actually, do you know what? I'm very rarely wrong, as many of you will know. I usually have. But this isn't just an ego stroking thing, by the way. I think that, you know, generally speaking, I'm pretty good with my little predictions. I did not see this coming. I thought if he didn't release in the first 6 months, he would either move platforms or go behind the scenes or, like, start doing something else. I thought he just, like, he must have so much money, he could probably just fucking retire. So I actually didn't expect this response to ever drop at this point. I think even if you do, the fact everyone was confused about it shows she could be wrong rather than lying. Are we talking about Alice here? Yeah, like, I think there's an element here where people can misremember things. I remember Fraser said she purposely agitated Kenji vaguely, but thinking about it again, there's no excuse if the dog outright bit her because of hospitalization. I argued with this with Chris the Narc. I actually went through Inaba's document with him. I know we're getting off track. It's because I am really invested in that story. But yeah, it's very, very fucking weird. His wording's very clever. He never actually directly denies it. It's really interesting. Anyway.
Girlfriends and YouTube commentary channels. Alice has continued to make false allegations about me to this day and said that she had pressed charges against me in a comment on TikTok. This is a lie, as at no point have I been interviewed, arrested, or charged with a crime, but Alice continues to slander me publicly with these lies. Alice said that future partners can check Claire's law, and later claimed she got me put down in the system so that any future partners who know how Claire's law works can use this information to stay safe from me. The information that is accessible through Claire's law would be a criminal record, also known as a criminal history. All of this information is available on the Claire's law website, which I will link in the description. Alice has said that Claire's law can be used...
Okay, I just remembered. Somebody actually sent me Alice's response. We're just going to read some of it. We're just going to read some of it, because the less time I have to spend listening to I Am Alex, the more happy I will be as a human being. So, let's do that. Fabricator law. Oh. Okay, crime reference, Kent Police. Good afternoon, Alex. As discussed during our telephone call, please find attached a document containing safeguarding advice in relation to the above crime report. That is the key information. That's the date of submission, 31st of the 5th, 2024. Brief deals of incident. The victim reports that after 2 months dating, her ex-partner began to become verbally, physically, and mentally abusive towards her. After 2 days of living together, he had pulled her to the ground, put her in a headlock, and covered her mouth because he wanted her to shut up, before screaming insults at her and sending her abusive text telling her to kill herself. And I don't know why I paused on that. It's because it's in capital letters. It fucked with me. And threatening to break my neck and my cats. She reports that he would call her numerous insults before claiming that she needs him, as everything she does amounts to nothing. He would threaten to break up and then take it back, tell her he doesn't love her, and then love bomb her. After 8 months, she decided to leave, causing him to break her things, harass her on social media, and sending her letters and gifts with notes. We do know he did this. He did absolutely send her like a load of shit afterwards. He sent her like crying voicemails and stuff. It was absolutely fucking mental. And I can say that in this nice British accent because we're talking about British commentary. I fucking hate this place. Dear Alice, it's PC Hammond. I don't know why that gets me. From Kent Police, I'm just contacting you regarding crime report. Whatever, I don't know why you'd blot that out, but okay. In which you reported an incident to the police on the 27th of May 2024. I am the officer in charge of the investigation and would like to be able to speak to you so I can progress the matter. I'm working the next 3 days and wondering when you're best available for a phone call. Okay, so basically, Alice pretty immediately responded to all of this and was like, well, it's bollocks. And I know that I'm burying the lead for this fucking video, but it is mostly because I don't want to have to keep pausing every 5 seconds while Alex seemingly lies through his fucking teeth. But are any of us surprised by any of this? Yes, no. Hammond, it's because I immediately thought of Richard Hammond from Top Gear in a police uniform, and I can't get the image out of my head now. It took me a second to recognize what my brain was laughing at, and it's like my brain is a separate person. Had this image of Richard Hammond in a police uniform, and then about a full 30 seconds after I'd read it, held the fucking picture up and went, look at this, short guy with scruffy beard in police uniform from Top Gear. And I was like, that is objectively funny, brain. Thank you. I'm really broken today, guys. I'm fucking actually done.
And that I am in the system, alleging that I am a convicted criminal, or that I have a criminal record. Alice also says in the same messages that the police didn't do anything at all. These statements completely contradict each other, as it would not be possible for the police to have done nothing, and for the police to have put me on the system as a convicted criminal or as someone with a criminal
Okay, this is really fucking nitpicky and selective. What she means is that Alex isn't going to fucking prison. That's what she means by saying that. The police aren't putting him in prison, but it has been reported as a crime, right? These are like, these aren't contradictory, Alex. You're just retarded. Maybe because you were hit in the head as a child with a brick.
criminal record. Alice's story continues to make no sense, as Alice later said that I was charged by police, but this would not be possible if the police never did anything at all. Alice claims she had achieved her goal of getting me put on a list accessible via Clare's Law, and that she had saved people because of this. None of the statements made about the police investigation make any sense, as Alice claims she had put me on a list that would require me having a criminal record and a caution from the police, but also says the police didn't do anything at all. This is because Alice is and always was lying. I would like to make it incredibly clear. I have never been contacted, approached, or interviewed by police at any point in my life, and I do not have a record or any cautions. Claiming that I am a convicted criminal or have a criminal history is the first of many lies that will be covered in this.
Hold on, one sec.
Claiming that I am a convicted criminal or have a criminal history.
Romantic. Okay. DVDs is a police-run scheme that lets you, any member of the public, request or receive usually confidential information about a romantic partner's criminal history. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Clare's Law, and I think Chud points this out, doesn't actually require a conviction. I think that's the whole point. Because it's like an accusation of it is what's important, because like you may not get convicted, but that's very different from some like an ex-partner being like this person's. I think this is one of the reasons Clare's Law was like pretty contentious, because like an ex-partner who you have a bad relationship with can be like, that person's a domestic violence abuser, and then you're kind of fucked. So because Britain does this a lot, by the way. We have a lot of our laws are well-intentioned, but ultimately so broad that they can occasionally be kind of fucking stupid. I love my country.
Is the first of many lies that will be covered in this video. There has at no point ever been a police investigation, but Alice has continuously lied to hide the truth about what really happened in our relationship and solidify the false narrative that she has built about me over the last year. Alice wrote all of these messages and posted the document.
Jean-Claude with the 2 chasing sticker serotonin. Well, you guys keep chasing. Remember, every sticker is a star, and everyone who donates, everyone who gives super chats and helps me pay for Max, and everyone else who does work for me. You're all, I'm all proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. Welcome to Earth with the 5. I exposed Club Doom 2, Count Dante. I don't know why I paused that. See, my brain isn't working. I exposed Club Doom 2, Count Dante. He is the primordial lolcow from the 70s, a martial arts con man that got into random fights and had a pet tiger. Oh, fuck, I remember. Oh, fuck. I know who Count Dante is. Okay, yeah. Count Dante is an interesting character.
Knowing that the police investigation was a lie, as it would not be possible for Alice to share any information if this was at any point an ongoing case. A YouTube commentary channel called Samuel said,
I don't know if that's true, actually. But I'm not sure that's true at all. Okay. People say that generally speaking, it is a bad idea to share details of an ongoing criminal case because you can fuck your case up. But unless there is a gag order of some kind, like no one's gonna be like, hey, this is a criminal case, you now can't say anything about it. That's not how this works, is it? I mean, again, I've not been involved in like personal police cases or anything like that. So I don't know. It depends, I think. Yeah, I mean, like, you can have things that, like, don't talk about this as sensitive kind of shit of, like... But for something like this, I don't think that's the case. The difficulty is if you say something publicly that you then basically, like, the person you're, like, fighting with or, like, accusing is like, well, they said this thing publicly on a live stream and now they're contradicting it. You can fuck a case up. Chat, I'm not staying. I just need all of you to know Beckett is going to play Whip in my musical remake of 12 Years a Slave starring Trolls Dolls. Thank you for the 10, Teddy. Fuck me. He knows I'll do it as well. That's the worst bit. You shouldn't say anything because you can implicate yourself by using the wrong words that can be used later in the court to screw you. Yes, but it's a should thing. It's not a... If you say anything about an ongoing criminal case, you yourself will be arrested. That's not how this works. Unless you're, like, on the jury. Like, that's not how this works.
Said that she had been dealing with the police instead of immediately taking it to social media.
Even if you... Okay, and even that jury comment, to be clear, is a joke. It's a joke. They don't arrest jurors. Well, depending on the case, I suppose. But, like, generally speaking, you'll just get recused and, like, kicked off. Or maybe a mistrial and they'll redo the whole fucking thing because you're an idiot. Maybe you got a fine. I don't know. Welcome to Earth. We need Dick Van Dyke 2 reenacting this in his British voice. That'd be fucking based. I love Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke's a fucking national treasure. Okay?
Spoke to Alice.
Hey, I just thought I'd come in to say that I've spoke to Alice, the ex of Alex, and I've also spoke to Einabber.
Look at Destiny, yeah.
Now, Alice is dealing with this with the police as well. Has got the police involved. So instead of just immediately taking it to social media and speaking about it, has also got the police involved beforehand. And is dealing with it that way. She's going to the police about that, trying to get the situation sorted properly before she speaks about it online. Which is definitely a change. Usually people just immediately come online to speak about stuff and air it all out before going to the police.
This is a lie, as Alice had already posted months before she had released the document that I was on Claire's Law in a comment on TikTok in April 2024. This would mean the police investigation.
Document posted 2 months later, yeah. It's... Wasn't this posted on the 5th? Posted in May, wasn't it? Am I going fucking crazy? Was it August? But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not even Alice saying it. It's not even fucking Alice saying it. It's... Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Am I being stupid? Nin the Gudra with a 5. Since the money goes to your editors and artists, take this 5 and make your favorite and least favorite fight each other for the to the death for it. No worries, I'll see what I can do. I actually genuinely don't know who would win. Both Max and Jenny scare the living fuck out of me. Okay, we need to re-listen to this because does this make any sense?
Definitely a change. Usually people just immediately come online to speak about stuff and air it all out before going to the police.
This is a lie, as Alice had already posted months before she had released the document that I was on Claire's.
Here is my statement on the situation I've been scared to speak on. My experiences, they never want to get saved. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. So, if she was posting that she'd already gone to the police... That's not a lie. That's what Samuel's relaying, isn't it? That she went to the police and then later dropped documents on social media. Alex showing, oh, she'd got me on Claire's Law or whatever, supports her point. Right? Am I going fucking crazy?
Law in a comment on TikTok in April 2024. This would mean the police investigation had already finished and that I would have a criminal record 3 months after we had broken up, which would be impossible. Alice had also posted a video.
No, because that's not how any of this fucking works, you howling, lying piece of shit.
In April, saying that she wanted to save the...
She can't have gone to the police because she'd already gone to the police, huh? Yeah, what? What the fuck's this? That's not what I meant, Beetle, but that's fine. I meant a cap. I meant a cap. Do it again. That is very cute, though. That's very funny. Okay, cool. Fine, fuck it, whatever.
This clip is from a stream 2 months after Alice had posted videos and comments about me.
Diesel never got to unbox. Never got to box Onion Boy. Set up Diesel to box Jenny or Max, and whoever wins gets the money. I don't hire Diesel. Fuck! Fuck, I've got to record an episode with Diesel tomorrow. Fuck, I'd completely forgotten. Okay. Fuck. Okay, we're doing another episode of Internet Explorers.
Samuel says Alice does not want to come out and talk about this until after the police investigation had taken place, which was a lie. This is not how anything is unfolded publicly at all. Alice has been posting about me constantly and also released an entire document about me after lying that I was on Claire's law. She did not wait for a police investigation because she knew there wasn't one, and Alice later admitted that this was the case and that the police didn't do anything. At one point, Alice claimed I hadn't responded as she speculated that the police had contacted me, and that was why I hadn't replied. Alice was upset this message had been leaked in a YouTube video, as she had.
You were talking to lawyers, though. Why did Alex post this random Twinks channel? Fuck only knows. I literally have no fucking idea. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, listen, I know you're taking a shot at lyrics, Shogun. Good evening, by the way, buddy. Fuck, I really need to give you a mod wrench, actually. I know that, like, I know that you're just taking a shot at lyrics, but it also just doesn't really make any fucking sense. Oh yeah. Artemis with the 5. Is Internet Explorers on iTunes? I would love to get it on my iPod. Yeah. It's on Spotify, I think. Diesel does all of that. I don't know any of the behind the scenes stuff. I think it's on Spotify. If he actually updates the fucking thing, I don't know. John Claude, Chin Claude with the 10. Can I use this as an art request for a Chibi Gundam Beckett? That sounds really fucking based, actually. Does anyone want to do a Chibi Gundam Beckett? That'd be fucking great. Okay. I fucking hate this dude. I did not want to cover this video. Can we go back to like fucking 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, where I'm talking about being a fascist? That was more fun.
Hadn't intended for it to be posted publicly, as it would be incredibly clear that she was lying about the police investigating me to the point where she was actively.
This is all irrelevant. This is all irrelevant. I'm going to stop commenting on it. I'm just telling you it's all fucking irrelevant because he's wrong. But she wouldn't mention the police not doing anything unless she'd gone to them. This is the 4th time I've seen this bit, and it makes less sense every time. Yeah, it is. It's really fucking annoying. I like... I watched Chud lose his mind over it, and like... Actually, to be fair, I mean, I don't know if he was losing his mind over this bit. He was mostly talking about the Claire's Law stuff, and I was tuning him out for a while. But, like, this is just fucking frustrating.
Speculating and telling lies when questioned about it. At this time, Alice reached out to my ex-girlfriends privately and asked my ex-girlfriend Jess to plan a statement to back up hers, lying about the involvement of the police to convince people that her story was the truth. Alice has continued to post about me and harass me to this day, despite stating in her document that she was going to move on with her life after it was released in June. Since Alice's document, she went on to post...
Guys, actually, guys, Alice said that she was going to move on with her life, but actually, guys, she's still posting about me? What a weaselly little liar, dude. She's still talking about me. You know, the girl that I threatened to hit with a brick is still upset about it. She needs to, like, get over it. What an absolute wretched little piece of shit. I had to sit through 4 streams trying to dissect the entire video. Good luck, Beckett. Listen, I know that my coverage of this can be absolute dog shit, and no one will care. So I think I'm just fine, Shogun. Listen, I don't even fucking care anymore. I just hate this dude. I've never been so tempted to try and like listen. Actually, no, I can't say that. I'll get TIS'd. I get TOS'd. I just was like, you know, when you get like a fucking impulsive thought, and I'm like, I can't say that. I'll post it on Twitter later.
Post many things on Twitter, TikTok, and in statements that contradict her story. One of the contradictions made was in a series of tweets.
Oh, obligatory. He's showing the same messages over and over again in quick flashes. because he's trying to present as though he has more evidence than he actually does. This is a technique used to fool the audience that the piece is well researched and put together, rather than a mad scramble of a man who has lost his credibility, mind, life, and the only thing that truly mattered to him. And if you think the thing that mattered to him was his partner, you would be wrong. It is his fucking YouTube channel. Bro, you are like, it's not even a put the fries in the bag. You can literally go and do anything else. You can do anything else. Does internet fame really matter that much to you? I am literally sat here squandering what little clout I have talking about your ugly fucking face and trying to get chat to fucking give me money so I show them stickers. This is what my life has become, bro. I'm so glad this isn't my actual job. You know, occasionally I look at people who do this full time, like this is their full income. This is their life. And I genuinely do feel a little bit of pity for them. I'm just like, there must be days when you wake up and you're just like, oh, this is fucked. Guyla with a 5. Beckett doesn't pay his artist. He has slaves in his Discord that he promises to give stickers stars for art. Backchat by true patriots. That's not even a lie. That's so true. Listen, I give you praise and I tell you that I love your work. And also, please remember, any art that you make, I will try and find use for if you want me to. And if you don't want to make fan art of the channel, but you want to post your art in the Discord, please do. It will get lots of attention and praise, and I love looking at it, whether it's channel art or not, guys. I fucking love all the work of the artists around here, okay? B for Mets with 2. Give gold star for B. Listen, we're 4 away. I can't cheat the system, not even for you, B for Mets. Let's go.
Alice posted asking for YouTubers to reach out to her so she can do interviews for their videos on the false police investigation after her document was posted. Alice did multiple interviews where she has lied about me having a criminal record via Claire's Law and being under investigation by police. She continued doing this for months, and these lies have been shared in many videos. Alice said that she can give updates and that people should message her directly, even though in these messages Alice said that she hadn't received any updates or heard anything from police.
Toastify in chat. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Did you know that E-Boy's company filed for dissolution a month before this vid? I didn't. That is interesting. That is interesting. What timings we live in? What timings? Well, I can't. Okay, I'm just fuck it. I'll show that on stream as well. Beatles fixed it. Actually, do you know what? That's objectively better based.
Police.
Teddy with the
she
5.
Told YouTubers she couldn't share info.
Teddy with the 5. When will you admit I'm the best artist here? You're certainly one of the best meme artists, Teddy.
Information until everything with the false police investigation had finished.
And Alice as well. Speaking to her, she does want to like come out and speak about this. Like eventually after like all the police stuff, and just wants to be able to get all the information. She's got proof as well, and she wants to be able to get all that out there once she's spoken to the police properly.
This story at no point has made any sense, as Alice says that she would only post about this after the police investigation had finished, but then continued to say that the police were involved months after she had posted her document.
Didn't he just say this? Isn't this... Did I go back in time? He just said this. He just said this. Holy fuck. Oh, I'm gonna end up... Oh my god. I'm gonna have like a fucking aneurysm, aren't I? Like just watching this. It's gonna be awful. This is so bad. Ow! Fuck. Right, okay. Your video is causing me physical pain, Alex. I'm gonna sue.
Which once again shows that Alice was lying the entire time. Alice claims she can provide updates to YouTubers in this tweet, but made an excuse to people she was arguing with on Twitter that the reason she couldn't provide updates to them was because of the fact that there was a police investigation, and that she wasn't allowed to share anything until it was finished, and that now it had finally finished, she could share more information again. This makes no sense, as Alice had already shared an entire document about me, and was then asking people if she could continue to share more information about me in interviews on her Twitter that were then posted onto YouTube. Alice wrote right at the end of her document that for legal and obvious reasons, she wouldn't attach all the evidence she has, but in due time, it may be made public. Not only
Toastify, if you try to talk to me about Claire's Law, I will literally... we are in the same country. Bro. Can we do this at 1.5? We'll move it up to 1.3. I'm worried that I'll miss something. I tend to watch things slower anyway than a lot of fucking... We'll go to 1.3.
is this not how police investigations work, but Alice has not posted more evidence since, despite saying the supposed investigation had now ended. This is because there never was an investigation, as it was a lie. It would not have been possible for Alice to share anything at all by her own admission if there actually ever was a police investigation in place. Alice has continuously lied and claimed that this was the only thing stopping her from releasing information, and she acknowledged this herself in this tweet and when speaking to YouTubers. The reality is, there never was a police investigation, which Alice later admitted to. This is why Alice...
Okay, well... You're lying. You spend the first 7 minutes of your video lying. Great fucking opener, retard.
decided to publicize a heavily edited version of events that damaged my reputation with false stories and lies, like alleging I'm a convicted criminal with a criminal record. I have taken my time gathering information and evidence as Alice has continued to lie about me.
It's fine if you miss something. It's fine if you miss something. Alex will repeat it later.
Record. I have taken my time gathering information and evidence as Alice has continued to lie about me and the abuse she put me through during our relationship, whilst blackmailing me and threatening me. Alice has created a one-sided narrative that does not show the reality of what had happened during our relationship. Due to Alice's constant posting about me and my own personal issues, my response has been delayed many times, and all of this will be covered throughout this video.
Wait, so hold on. Let's just listen to that again.
Me and my own personal narrative that does not show the reality of what had happened during our relationship. Due to Alice's constant posting about
Why did you still talk about it? Get over it, keeping it cute. I made it out alive. It's been almost a year and it still feels like yesterday. Okay. Like, he does this. I saw Chud pointing this out as well. So again, listen, this is... So, full disclosure, I've had to stop watching Chud on certain topics because, like, generally, he's on too early in the fucking day. So, like, if I watch Chud, then he'll point out things and then I can't sound smart by noticing them myself. But Chud pointed this out. Like, when Alex is showing some of these TikTok videos and some of the descriptions, like, one of them will be the thing and the other one isn't the thing. He's just, like, throwing it in to, like, bump up the evidence, which is fucking crazy, bro. Like, what a crazy way to present this. Not because it's, like, obviously lying, because it's I am Alex. He's obviously gonna fucking lie about this shit. It's the fact that it's the fact that he's like lying so badly. You sound smart, Becca. Okay, cool, anime girls. Okay, I get it. I get the joke. Okay, I can understand the humorous comment upon my intelligence. Yeah, no, like. Listen, Chud is fair. Chud is fair, and then I find myself agreeing with him. At least 50% of the time. Isn't one of them literally a Temu ad? I saw one that was like a Temu ad. Yeah, it's like fucking bizarre. Don't worry, this will get better. Like, once we're past the... Okay, full disclosure. Once we're past, like, the 8.5 minute mark, because I saw... Something is at 8.5 minutes, and when I saw it come up on Chud's stream... I literally typed "for fuck's sake" in chat and then went and did something else. I was like, I'm just done. I'm done for the day.
Me and my own personal issues. My response has been delayed many times, and all of this will be covered throughout this video. When Alice's story was questioned by people on Twitter, she responded with threats to leak my phone number whilst also insulting me and anyone who pointed out these inconsistencies in her document. Alice would then block these people after arguing and insulting them for replying to her posts.
Yeah, this one.
In her document. Alice would then block these people after arguing and insulting them for replying.
This one. This is a fucking ad. Massive Temu haul. Can't express enough. Go use my code. It's nothing to do with anything. Negative comment on a fake account that will be deleted and blocked anyway. Just a little vent. One of these is the thing, the other isn't.
Replying to her posts as they were highlighting many of the inconsistencies and lies that Alice had made. Alice changed her Google document multiple times to hide these criticisms and has cropped messages that she...
Okay, this is the point where I stopped watching Chud. Everything onwards from here I've not seen yet, okay? It's completely blind. But I don't know where we're going. But I saw this, And you may notice a familiar little fucking icon. Because Imallexx was apparently so enamored with the fact that we pointed out that Alice called him racist N-word, which, to be clear, I think is pretty fucking funny, and have consistently said that I think is pretty fucking funny. But I was like, I'm in the this tweet, Cope and Seethe is in the I Am Alex video. What? I didn't intend this. Fuck you, you smarmy prick. What makes it worse is what he's about to say. What makes it worse legitimately is what he's about to say.
That Alice had made. Alice changed her Google document multiple times to hide these criticisms, and has cropped messages that showed her using the same racial slurs that she had accused me of bringing into our relationship, as it directly contradicted her story. This was unacceptable behavior.
Do you know what? I'm gonna sweep for Alice. Because you used my Twitter thread, you smarmy prick. No, I don't actually care. I think it's very funny. But I will sweep for Alice. Maybe she learnt it from you. No, I can't do that. Listen, people call each other the N-word in private. I don't, by the way, just to be clear. Believe me, if I did, I'd tell you. But, sometimes people will say that to like, white people will say that to each other, okay? It's not the worst thing on the planet. I personally think you shouldn't do it. Not for moral reasons, by the way. The reason you shouldn't do it is this. You'll get caught. I'm not moral flagging at you. You'll get caught, and then people will be like, ooh, you used the N-word, and then you're fucked, okay? Alice already said she said some shit back to him, so I mean, who cares? Yeah, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Are you 2 seconds away from saying retarded again? Yes. Don't do it, just laugh at it, yeah. You're a fascist, true. Listen, maybe I need to lean harder into it. Listen, I'm determined to turn this into a meme for the community. To be honest, this reads to me as a way to make her look as a bad victim to discredit her story. Okay. This obviously is, by the way, like what Alex is doing. When we pointed it out on Twitter, I said this to Jenny. The problem, the mistake we made, if you go and read that Twitter thread, by the way, Jenny wrote it, and it's very clinical. It doesn't look like a lot of her other Twitter threads. Say the N-word, Beckett, prove Linlin right. I really don't say it. In I think I've said before that like I'll say it like occasionally in private on my own, and I think that's it. Okay, there's many layers of reasons why I don't use that fucking word, but I said to Jenny that this thread is too clinical. But if you go and read the thread, it's still up on Twitter, and Jenny wrote it, so it actually contains the N-word in it, because Jenny's like, I'll just write the word. I wouldn't do that, frankly. But when we sort of got attacked for it, it was like, well, you know, you're sweeping for Alex. And my argument was no, I just think it's funny. I think it's very funny. I, to this day, think it is funny that she called him racist N-word in her phone. That's objectively funny. I'm sorry. It just is. That is a hilarious thing to do. I think she should have fucking owned it. Anyway. I think she should have owned it. I do not think it fucking invalidates her in any way. I don't give a fuck about it. I never have. You could go back to the previous streams when I was covering this, and I said exactly the same fucking thing. Okay? Need to become the drama. Let's not do that. Listen. For those turning up midway through, I talked about the Linlin stuff very briefly at the beginning. I have no issues with the video. I think it's quite funny. Okay? I have no ill will towards Linlin. I'm not mad about it at all. I think it's very funny. I think the fascist bit is very funny. I think that specifically is fucking hilarious. I will always laugh when people use the term and others get upset about it. Yeah, just like, again, I don't personally do it. I'm not going to woke scold anyone over it. I'm not going to moral flag anyone over it, and that's been my consistent position. The exception, by the way, is if you are trying to say it as, like, in a hateful way to an actual black person, then I might actually then I'll probably get annoyed at you. If it's actual racism directed to a minority, fuck that shit. And again, I am completely consistent on this, and pretty much always have been.
Behavior, and I deeply regret using such horrific language, and this will be further addressed in this video. Alice has erased any evidence that these events had taken place, or that she had been at any point abusive, physically, verbally, or emotionally towards me.
You're an enabler.
This proceeds throughout her entire
Sure.
document, which has since been edited multiple times, which was pointed out by a user on Twitter. Alice's entire story has been built on lies, and in this video I will be showing screenshot evidence that directly refutes the claims that she has made against me, as Alice intentionally left out hundreds of text conversations that would disprove her stories and false narrative that she has created. Instead, it would show that Alice had been abusing me for our entire relationship, and that she has not stopped harassing me for the last year. Alice has made tweets stating that I do not have any trauma from our relationship together, and that she never hit me. These statements are untrue, and in fact, Alice admits to slapping me and pushing me in another in her own document. Alice had also been kicking me, which she admitted to me on Facebook Messenger after she had lied.
I believe she pushed him away when he was trying to, like, get at her. Beckett, the beacon of consistency. I try. I'm not perfect, but I do try. Beckett, commander of the Third Reich, also drop dope on the mic. Fuck me. Oh, fuck. That's what I should have opened this with. Been amazing.
That I was on Claire's Law, and all of this will be covered separately throughout this video. Alice has done all of this despite claiming she was never physically abusive at any point in our relationship, which is a lie, as Alice was physically abusing me regularly, which she has hidden and now lied about publicly. Alice also posted a series of tweets in argument on Twitter, stating that I do not have BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder. Alice has even gone as far as diagnosing me as a narcissist in her document, and she claimed that she is an empath. I was diagnosed by my psychiatrist with what they believe to be emotionally unstable personality disorder.
Do you know what? I believe you. He was born in 1999? Fuck, I feel so old. Okay, anyway. Do Beckett's streams stay on unlisted on the end? No, they stay up. They stay up. They're all in the live section. I don't unlist my streams unless something happens where I have to. I don't cut VODs. Streams are just streams. So, yeah, sure, I believe it. Check the date. When was this? 3rd of July, 2024. Wait, what? What? So all of this happened, and then you got diagnosed after the documents dropped? What? What? That's fucking insane. Wait, is this like a follow-up? Actions for GP? If the patient is currently under the care of another mental health, blah, blah, blah. Reasonable assessment. I was glad to assess who self-referred to me upon concern of mood state. Okay. He was diagnosed after the documents dropped. So wait, so he self-diagnosed himself and then got a psychiatric diagnosis for this? That's fucking wild! So dumb. This is so stupid. Is the whole video like this? There's another... We're only 9 minutes in. We're only 9 minutes in! This is fucking unbelievable!
Also known as borderline personality disorder. I was then referred to my local community mental health team after the diagnosis from my psychiatrist. To claim that I haven't been diagnosed with BPD is untrue. Alice has made...
But you weren't at the time of the document release! What?
Made multiple tweets spreading false information about my medical history, was continuing to lie during these arguments she has online regarding me. Alice replied to a tweet which she believed was about me, where she...
How the fuck would she know? How the fuck would she know, Alex? You haven't said anything to anyone. What did you do? Send her a text? And by the way, I know we're currently in a bit of a social media spat, but I just wanted to let you know that the doctor just diagnosed me. So if you could stop spreading false information now that I've got my diagnosis, that would be really great of you. Yeah, bye. Like, what? What the fuck are you on? Why didn't you use your future sight? To be fair to Alex and Alice, I could tell you Alex had fucking BPD or was narcissistic or had mental health issues long before this fucking drama kicked off. Frankly, it's amazing that, listen, it's amazing that he hasn't been diagnosed from a distance years ago. It's amazing that he wasn't like the when like YouTube therapists being like, listen, I think I can diagnose that I am Alex. It'd be the easiest fucking diagnosis on the planet.
She denied that I have BPD, as she thought the original tweet was in defense of me. When it was pointed out the tweets were not about me, and that they were about another YouTuber, Alice tried to justify her ongoing posts lying about me.
Hey Alice, I think the person you responded to was asking me about a person named Josh from a separate situation. Interesting. A person named Josh. I wonder who that could be. I wonder who Nicholas Diorio could be referred to as a person named Josh in a separate situation involving BPD. The real question is, what does this mean for the Bo Black's legacy? Are you fucking for real, son? Oopsie, seen a lot of people say similar, so I thought I'd clear it up. My bad. Yeah, she just banged. She's like, I'm sorry. Fuck.
As simply sharing information, even though nobody had asked, and she had said she wasn't going to post about me after the document was released due to the police investigation, which she had like.
It's a mystery. I like appendix. No, I didn't notice that before. I'm like, it's seared into my brain, man. Like, I'm just like, oh, Bo Black's fucking law. Great. Awesome.
About. Alice has continued to try and remain in control of the narrative surrounding me and my life for the last 12 months by spreading many lies, including this one. Alice has opened her document by saying that I will make a contradicting response to the allegations that she has made against me, and that after posting her statement she can move on with her life. But this was a lie, as Alice has continued to post about me many times online.
You've already said this, bro. Oh my god, listen, I know that he's gonna loop. I've heard, but holy fuck, bro. This was a lie. Actually, she's continued to talk about it. God, fuck off. Listen, I promised to stop talking about Destiny and Erudite stuff, and you don't hear my chat bitching about it. No more politics, guys. That's gone well, hasn't it?
Line to this day, as I have shown and will show throughout this video. Alice claimed that I threatened her not to come forward with her story, and repeats this when talking with YouTube commentary channels. Alice shows no proof of this, and that is because this is the exact opposite, as Alice had been threatening and blackmailing me throughout our relationship, and months after it had ended.
Hold on, what am I meant to do with these, Alex?
Her story, and repeats this when talking with YouTube commentary channels. Alice shows no proof of this, and that is because this is the exact opposite, as Alice had been...
Okay, that's with Alice. So, he's in the blue. Fix up, or I'll break all your Star Wars shit. Good night, going out with my family early tomorrow. So if you aren't here, don't bother, because I'll be out. Here? At mine. Here when? Never mind, night. I was going to put everything off to come to see you, but I don't get the impression earlier that'd be a good idea. I'm on a super flimsy schedule, and this has totally messed it up. This hasn't changed anything for you. No, nothing. You threatened her with a brick, you idiot. Yeah, I mean, he was clearly threatened. I mean, he's... Okay, I want to be fair. I want to be fair to this fucking useless twat. I want to be fair to the useless twat. Technically, what he's talking about is the fact that after the breakup, Alice doesn't show any evidence of him threatening her if she's, going to come forward with it. Which is, as far as I remember... And again, I haven't reread the documents, so chat, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But as far as I can remember, I think that's correct, right? Because, the only content Alex had with Alice after, before these documents dropped, was Alex crying on the phone about how a shitty a person he was. Don't be fair to the weasel. Listen. I want to be clear with you guys. We don't need to be unfair to Alex, because he's so fucking cooked that, you're not chud, no need to be fair. That is true, actually. That is true. Yeah, fuck, I am Alex, he's lying. I don't know. Sure, fuck it, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Do you know what? It unironically doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
threatening and blackmailing me throughout our relationship and months after it had ended. I had told my friends that Alice had been hitting me. Alice denied this on text when she found out and threatened to sue me if I continued to tell people she had been hitting me throughout our relationship. Alice...
Okay, but was she hitting you? It's about me getting assaulted. So this is the 27th of the 5th, 2024. Interesting. I'm forgiving everything you do to me. It's about me getting assaulted. Is this about me getting assaulted? I'm confused. No, this is about us and what you did to me. Did you want to talk about it? I want you to leave me alone forever and stop trying to be civil with me to say shit like that behind my back. Saying I used to hit you. It's insane. I would have preferred to just talk to you about this since the start. Saying that we'd argue after I hit you.
Denied this on text when she found out and threatened to sue me if I continued to...
Well, I mean, are you going to supply any evidence of this? Like, the problem is, Alice has supplied a fuck ton of evidence. It's the slap and push again, yeah. The amount of people two-siding this on Twitter drove me crazy. I don't care. Alex is a scumbag and Alex barely has a real following. Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Like, I'm not trying to two-sides anything with this shit. Fuck Alex. Here's my position, by the way. Just so you guys all know my bias. I said this back in the time. Alex spread false allegations about people like Slazo. He knew they were false. He tried to ruin a guy's life for basically no fucking reason. Fuck this guy. I do not care. I actually have. There is. Okay, I'm trying to like clarify my thoughts here because I really like. I Am Alex is one of the most objectionable people on the platform, in my opinion. There are very few levels where you're actually just like, I don't care what happens to you. Like, I actually don't care what happens to you. And spreading false allegations like the ones he did about Slazo put him in that category. It really is that category. I miss Slazo. I liked Slazo. I watched Slazo back in the back when he was like just on the curve of the Reddit stuff. So I want to be really clear about where my bias is. I don't care what happens to I Am Alex. I actually don't care. If it came out that Alice was beating his ass with a fucking like wooden panel, I would call it based. I don't give a fuck about this guy. I literally do not care. I care, and to be clear, I care about male abuse rates. I care about people like, because abuse occurs to both people in relationships. I care about that. I just don't give a fuck about I Am Alex. I don't care. Literally couldn't give less of a fucking shit about this dude. Gangster with the 5. Which British YouTuber responded worse? I'm Alex or this or KSI with thick of it? I never saw the KSI one, so I'm gonna say, listen, this is exactly the response I wanted because it's fucking terrible. So that's how I view it. That's how I view it. I know, I just wanted to vent here. Too many people on X are too kind to Alex, like they probably don't know about Slazo. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't come and field false allegations against you, but it's kind of like this thing. Here's my position on a lot of stuff. Like, if you do something and then that thing happens to you, even if I disapprove of that thing, I'm probably not going to be sympathetic to it, right? If you're somebody who reports and deplatforms people on the platform, if you go after people's YouTube channels and then you get deplatformed, I am probably not going to give a shit that that's happened to you. I'm going to be like, good, karma. Don't care. And it's kind of like this. If these allegations are false, well, you built your career pushing false allegations. Why should I give a shit what happens to you? You didn't give a shit, and you directly fucking profited of it. I won't field those false allegations because I won't, stoop to that level, but I will laugh at you while it's happening to you. That's my position. And again, I'm just being upfront here and being honest. I'm being as transparent as I fucking can with you folks. Okay? And some people might not like that. I think it's fucking best.
tell people she had been hitting me throughout our relationship. Alice says that my story will contradict hers, and that's because Alice knows our relationship is not how she has portrayed it online. Alice has lied constantly, and I can prove this with the text evidence that she is intentionally not included, as it contradicts her own story. Alice says we had a huge fight where I dragged her, covered her mouth, and put her in a headlock, and that this happened on the 19th of October.
Huh. That's interesting. Because that's in the police report, isn't it, Alex? Very interesting. Very interesting.
Where I dragged her, covered her mouth, and put her in a headlock, and that this happened on the 19th of October, a few days after we had moved in with each other. There are no texts from this time that even suggest that we were fighting or had been in a fight, and that's because this did not happen. On the 19th of October, Alice asked me to call, and the next text message was Alice asking me to sort out my bike in the garage. Later that same day, Alice asked me what's happening, and I tell her the cat had shut me in the cupboard because I was fixing our heating, and then that night we texted about packages arriving the next day. At 1 past midnight, Alice tells me she'd made me pizza, and on the 20th of October, Alice asked me what I want from the shop, and then we go on to talk about buying Pokemon cards. The claim we had a huge fight where I'd physically assaulted Alice is a lie. I never did these things Alice has accused me of doing, because this never happened.
Hold on, we're gonna relook at these.
There are no texts from this lock, and that this happened on the 19th of October.
19th of October. Okay, on the 4th day of living together, 19th of October.
A few days after we had moved in with each other. There are no texts from this time that even suggest that we were fighting or had been in a fight, and that's because this did not happen. On the 19th of
On the 19th of October. What? Okay. At the 19th of October, these messages start at 12 past midnight on the 19th. So that's the morning of the 19th. Then the next messages are at 4:20. Okay, sure.
of October, Alice asked me to call, and the next text message was Alice asking me to sort out my bike in the garage. Later that same day, Alice...
Next message is what's happening? The cat shut me in the cupboard. Why are you in the cupboard? Are you going to shop because you have a recording soon and we need to eat?
Asked me what's happening, and I tell her the cat had shut me in the cupboard because I was fixing our heating. And then that night we texted.
Why are you in the cupboard? Package arrives then. Pizza.
About packages arriving the next day. At 1 past midnight, Alice tells me she'd made me pizza, and on the 20th of October, Alice asked me what I want from the shop, and then we go on to talk about buying Pokemon cards.
Alex is cherry picking the text, not surprising. Well, it's not a scroll, but I don't really know what it's meant to show. It's like, well, they were texting through it. Well, if they had this big fight, why would they be texting? I'm like, well, it's quite, like, I can buy that they had a fight where he, like, put her in a headlock, and then they, like, were fine about it afterwards, and were like, oh, I'm making dinner and things, and we'll make up. This doesn't really show anything. Why? Because there's no text message on the day where she's like, well, you put me in a headlock and beat me into the ground. It's like, okay, well, sure. Is it possible, like, that Alice got the date wrong, or that this never happened? Sure. But also, Alex is so fucking dishonest in this that I kind of just don't really care. Queeman with the raid. What the fuck is going on? Aren't you going over to kick? Welcome in, Queeman Raiders. We are torturing me watching fucking I Am Alex respond to this fucking shit. I'm actually, do you know who I am interested to hear the opinion of? Queeman. Because Queeman, when this was being covered, had some interesting takes about the shoving and pushing stuff. So I am quite interested. I'll probably watch Queeman's coverage of this. I think of all the other creators, I think Queeman's probably the only one that I'm going to watch the full coverage for.
To claim we had a huge fight where I'd physically assaulted Alice is a lie. I never did these things Alice has accused me of doing, because this never happened. Alice has texted her mum and used this as proof that this event had taken place after screenshotting the text in real time, as the messages display the words today instead of the date that they were taken. Alice knew she would be using them in her document and that she had been planning this full story about me. Alice has used these texts to make it seem like I had physically assaulted her when this never happened. This isn't the only time Alice has used similar proof to claim something had happened which had never taken place at all, and she does this many times in her document. Alice provided a list of events that she had written herself directly into her notes app as evidence and has attached them to her document as proof. But Alice was still writing these stories.
28th of December, argued, kicked me as I walked away, moved out after that. Reactive abuse? What the fuck is this meant to show? Sorry, my brain broke slightly.
I physically assaulted her when this never happened. This isn't the only time Alice has used similar proof to claim something had happened which had never taken place at all, and she does this many times in her document. Alice provided a list of events that she had written herself directly into her notes app as evidence.
We're a huge fuck up. You're a huge fuck up, whore, cunt, freak, weird, bitch, slimy, slag. Unlovable. I don't love you anymore. Okay, this is her just noting things he said. That's not her brainstorming things that she can call herself. What are you talking about? Goes to bed. I mean, again, sure, it could be. But also, fuck, I am Alex. I don't care. Will dig and dig at me hours until I finally break. I raise my voice and he looks at me, pauses and calls me crazy and psycho after pushing for a reactive, gaslighting, manipulating asshole. Okay. This is just her noting things down on the day it's happened. This is just what you do when you're in an abusive relationship. Or if you're keeping a fucking diary. I don't know. But this doesn't, like, how is this her making stuff up? This is her documenting it. What?
And has attached them to her document as proof. But Alice was still writing these stories after she had said that she had moved out, which shows that these were written at a later date retroactively.
You're still writing these after she moved out. Yeah, but there's no date on when this was written, so it's irrelevant. Why are you highlighting 28th of December? Argued, kicked me as I walked away. I moved out after that day. Well, that's just her making notes to go through things. It's not necessarily making up story. I mean, this could be that she had, like, handwritten notes, and she's, like, putting them into her phone.
For this document. Anyone
40 chess, she is an agent of Kavos. Jesus Christ.
Could have written down anything on any date and claimed that it was true. Writing down words into a notes app can be done at any time and is in no way, shape or form proof that something happened. The texts between us from that time reflect a
No, but she does have a video of you threatening to hit her with a brick. And also another video, like, after you guys have had a physical altercation. What do you mean? She has evidence of the way that you treated her, bro. What are you talking about? BXKS? Yo, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in.
totally different story that Alice has not included in her document, even though she provided an exact date of the day this had apparently taken place. Instead, Alice has fabricated a story entirely and has accused me of being physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been slapping, punching, and kicking me throughout our relationship.
Hold on.
And has accused me of being physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been slapping.
Yes, I slapped your face one time. Name a girl who hasn't slapped a huge arsehole. Okay, well, she's admitting to that. That's not hitting you throughout the relationship. To be clear, you shouldn't hit your partner whether you're a guy or a girl. I said this at, like, when this came out. You shouldn't hit your partner. I don't think that's right. I don't think there's ever a reason to get physical with your partner unless they're physical with you. I'm good, thanks. How about you? I am fucking pretty shiny. I'm pretty shiny.
Slapping, punching.
Okay, and you punched me in the face. Okay, here we go. Here's one. I responded like that because you did the equivalent. You took it wrong. Of me going apples or oranges, insulting me multiple times, and you punched me in the face. I'm screaming because you can't stop doing it. It caught me off guard, insulting me, so I was like, please fuck off. And you called me psycho. That's gaslighting. Okay, but is there any evidence that this isn't the one time she says she slapped him? Because I've got no dates for these. So I've got no way to fucking tell.
And kicking me throughout our...
Oh, he moves on. He moves those very quickly.
Accused me of being physically abusive to hide the fact that she had been slapping, punching, and kicking
I didn't randomly start kicking you for no reason. I probably pushed you away. Yeah, she talks about this in the document. She's trying to, like, I didn't kick you multiple times and hard, and then we can text. Trying, but, like, I'm sorry, but I would have gone into more detail. Just a mess. What?
Me through.
But yeah, it was probably uncalled for. I remember pushing you away from me. I don't want to go ahead and start kicking. I didn't just go ahead and start kicking hard to you. Isn't this addressed in the document? She goes, I didn't punch you. Yeah, and she's like, I wasn't kicking you hard. Like, she's denying these allegations, Alex. No wonder you're fucking moving off them so quickly. Fucking rat.
Throughout our relationship.
Yeah, but then you call me fat and kick me in bed. Wait, what? What is that what this is? Like, playfully, like, sort of like tapping your foot on your partner and being like, oh, you know, you're putting on weight. And which you shouldn't do, by the way. You shouldn't, like, fucking body shame men. It actually really fucks with men. Don't do that. It's really bad. It's really bad. But again... this is, like, not what he is... like, he is reframing his own text messages to sort of gaslight the argument that it's like she was hyper abusive. You're just not showing any evidence of that.
Something that she had tried to hide from a document and has lied about on Twitter.
I didn't abuse him emotionally or physically. I said this at the time. Their relationship's pretty fucking toxic. I will say that. Like, I think that's just a reality. You have to accept that fact. In my opinion, anyway. Their relationship's pretty fucking toxic. But it's a very different kind of toxic. I think what Alex is doing is just a slightly different level. Also, fuck, I am Alex, and he threatened to hit with a brick. Slug Entertainment with the raid in. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy?
Twitter publicly. At no point has this story ever been consistent, as Alice said that this happened on the 4th day that we moved in with each other in her document and in her notes app, but then it texted me that it happened on the 2nd. And to be clear, the text messages from the...
Okay, wait, what?
each other in her document and in her notes app, but then it texted
I have to read carefully before I start giving text. I fucking hate this video.
me that it happened on the 2nd.
No, you dragged me day 2 of living with you to the point where I didn't even... you put hands on me, pushed me. Okay, so she's got the day wrong in her text message with you, or she's got the day wrong in her statement. I don't... but my only question is, did this happen? And it, like... again, she's got evidence of you being physical with her and being like, and threatening physical violence. I don't know what to tell you.
2nd. And to be clear, the text messages from the 17th of October also show that this was not the case. Alice started to accuse me of being physically abusive with her after I had asked her multiple times to stop her constant physical attacks on me. Because these continued, I had asked to break up. The first time Alice ever mentioned that this assault had apparently happened was when
You have to, I'm not fucking hearing this. You literally kicked me. What? Hold on. How? Being abusive and saying sorry. What the fuck? Still doing it, by the way. I haven't been at all. Still, you have. I'm not fucking hearing this. You literally kicked me. No, man, you're insane. You've dragged me. You've covered my mouth. Oh my god, no, I haven't. Go away. You've headlocked me. What the fuck? What? What the fuck is going on? What the actual fuck is going on? Your evidence for her being abusive is her talking about how you're abusive.
we were in an argument on the day we broke up, and I told her to leave the house. Alice accused me of grabbing her and said she could prove that this had happened.
Wait, what? Okay. She literally has logs about them. But Alex says it's fake. What? So fucking... I hate this guy. Listen, we're going to start... we're going to start skipping over some of this shit, because I don't know how much I can take. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
because she had written down the date in her notes app, and then started to blackmail me and threaten me that she would go to the police and start calling me an abuser. I denied this ever happening and explained how it disturbed me that Alice was trying to gaslight me into believing that this had taken place. I had asked Alice not to come back to the house and that I would leave her stuff in the garage because I wanted to break up and I didn't want her near me anymore, as she had been assaulting me and threatening me since we had started dating. When Alice had left the house, I finally thought I could escape our relationship and that I wouldn't have to see her again. This is when Alice began to start blackmailing me and threatening me because I was asking her to stay away. Alice told me that she was going to come back and that she was only gone for a night. When I told Alice I didn't want her to come back, she accused me of physically abusing her. Alice said,
There are no dates on these. I can't see when this was. I can't even see if you put things out of order. Anyway, I'm gonna fucking listen. Fucking kill me. Anyone else notice how Alex keeps repeating the same sentences over and over during this response? Yes. It's almost, oh my god, this is just a fucking gaslighting and manipulation tactic. This is exactly what you're doing when you're trying to reinforce. Do you know what's really interesting? If somebody's ever really losing in a drama, like even a small drama, what you'll start to see happening, if they're smart, is in lots of other chats, people from their audience will start going into other people's chats and start like spreading a narrative that like actually what you think you saw, what you think you remember, you didn't, you're wrong. This person lost, that person won. In some cases, I have seen entire dramas where the person who was winning loses because the other person's audience just gaslights everyone else that they're winning. It's hard to do, but if you're good at it, and I know some people who are very good at it, you can really fucking turn some tables. It's quite interesting, and that's what Alex is doing here. The only problem is that he doesn't have anywhere near the capital to do any of this shit. What are the comments like? I am interested, actually. Mate, no one cares. Did he forget about all the proof she posted? I think he did wrong, but holy fuck, this woman is absolutely evil and definitely was wrong and had a part to play. Oh, it's like you get to go through and work out whether somebody's a fucking howling moron. Fantastic. Love it. Love to see it.
then threatened to report this lie to the police to stop me from trying to leave our relationship. I knew that now, if I tried to leave, Alice would accuse me of physically abusing her, as she had used this to get me to back down from trying to end our relationship in this conversation. The false accusations and police threats were the final straw. I did not want to be blackmailed again into staying in our relationship. Alice continued to insist that I had assaulted her in our argument over text, but as I've shown, we were completely fine on the 19th of October because this fight never took place. Alice has created this story because she had been threatening me for our entire relationship with ruining my life and career, and she knew she could bully me into submission and control me with these accusations and threats. Alice had told me that she had recorded me during my manic episodes, and when I'd reacted to the constant threats and physical attacks in our relationship. Alice would threaten to post these videos when I tried to leave and when we argued. I felt that I had no choice but to stay when Alice threatened me. Alice has carefully selected these screenshots to hide me denying the physical abuse and to paint a completely different story, which is untrue. In the full thread that Alice hasn't shown, I told Alice I'd only tried to hug her as I was—
1 second. You put your hand on me because I was screaming. Maybe stop doing what you was doing. So I just said don't do it. Fuck off. That's all I said. Buy fucking excuses to do that, asshole. That's not what I said. What the fuck? I didn't say that. See, this is why you should call me and not text, because I can't talk properly here. I did stop. I was walking away. The only reason I started screaming was because you dragged me on the floor, idiot. I was trying to get away from you arguing with me. You do that. I was talking about hugging you. What? Listen, guys, she just got the wrong... I was just hugging her in a very forceful manner to calm her down. Is this fucking for real? Waifu, Alex is doing what every abusive spouse does, gaslights. I don't know how anyone can two sides this when there are recordings of Alex doing much worse, the prick. That's a nice script he's reading off. This is fucking bizarre, man. Do you know what else is bizarre? This goal you've just hit, chat. You are fucking decimating tonight. Listen, if you keep going at this rate, there'll be no more goals left. That'll mean I'll have to go out and buy more gold stars. Chat, you are literally... Listen, you're forcing me. Forcing me to just pay for gold stars just to give back to you. It's a scam, really. It's a scam. I'm being scammed, but... what can I say? Good job. Good job, guys.
was not talking about grabbing Alice at all at any point in the conversation that she has tried to misrepresent. And when we discussed this at a later date, Alice says that I had hugged her and that I had walked away to avoid us fighting, which is not what she's tried to portray in her document at all. In one argument, Alice accused me of dragging her again, to which I sent her a voice message where I told her that it didn't happen.
I'm so confused here, Alice. Like, this morning, I was just trying to talk to you normally. I tried to call you, tried to have a normal conversation, and you escalate it to this. I don't understand. I don't understand, like, why this? Why does it have to be this? Why couldn't you just let me talk to you, like, have just a normal conversation today? Why did you, like, do you want it to be this? I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have fights with you. I don't want to have angry text messages with you. And I also don't want to be accused of doing stuff that I haven't done.
Alice then mocked me because I brought up her slapping me. Alice texted me in response saying, "You're mad if you want to say I'd slap you," even though Alice has now admitted she slapped me in the document that she posted. In these texts, I said that Alice pushed me away and gave me shit 24/7 to the point where I didn't want to sleep in the same bed as her. At this point, we were sending messages at the exact same time. This makes it look like we were responding to each other.
Bro, just drop the DMs. Just drop the DMs. Do a screen recording or some shit. Just flick through the fucking things. Drop the DMs. This is true for Alice as well, by the way. Just drop the DMs. What do you think about Aiko getting a strike for sound effects that Erudite made? I have no opinion right now because I have asked somebody to look into it, and I don't want to start saying things without evidence or a good grounding, or at least like something firmer. But obviously strikes on channels are bad, reporting channels bad, very gay. I Imallexx is yet another example of why you, Chudlogic, Queeman, Kavos, and Colossal are the only acceptable British YouTubers. Have you seen me when I'm on camera? I can't be abusive in a relationship. Fucking every girl I date would take me. Wasn't that the meme? Wasn't that the fucking Andrew Wilson meme? No, I kid. I kid. I kid. Listen, the last girlfriend who tried to stab me didn't manage to do it. There we go. And Toastify, of course. Yeah, sure, he's honorary. He's honorary. Not because he's Indian, to be clear, but because he's 19. He's still a kid. He hasn't like matured into a British gentleman yet. You know, he hasn't got that like oi bruv energy.
But we were sending these messages simultaneously, as shown in these screenshots. When I said that Alice can't go around screaming in our house, it was because it was attached to the message where I was explaining why I had started to sleep downstairs because she would punch, kick, and scream at me, so I'd been forced to sleep on the sofa. Because we lived in a rented house, I didn't want to be evicted because of the constant arguments and screaming when I would sleep upstairs. Alice has cropped these messages intentionally to hide the entire context of this conversation. Alice has not only not shown these texts from when this apparent fight took place, but has now cut around messages to portray a story which is untrue. Alice hit me many times throughout our relationship, and this happened consistently from the moment that we started dating. Alice would use physical violence when I refused to do as she had asked, and this is something she admitted to in a conversation on Facebook Messenger. When I brought up...
Hold on. And you said you slapped me yesterday. Yes, I slapped your face one time. Name a girl who hasn't... So you show... Firstly, he's having to show the same screenshot again. But here's my question. If Alex's claim is that, like, Alice and him didn't have any of the... Like, he wasn't attacking Alice, and you can see this in the text messages. Alex, where are the text messages of you talking about her hitting you all the time? There's this stuff about, like, oh, she kicked you in bed, or, like, the time that you had an argument and, like, she pushed you. But, like, that's not consistently all the time. And again, I think this is reframing. Like, kicking you in bed is a very specific thing. Like, that's a very specific image, right? Can someone remind me, wasn't there footage of when Alice was leaving after her and Alex had a physical altercation where he said the N-word? That was like, and I really do need clarification here, because I feel like I remember this was like, the claim was this was after he'd like physically like laid hands on her. I can't remember the extent of it. Yes, there was footage. There was an audio recording. Yeah. It's a very different situation. Right? Like, it seems like Alice has, like, quite hard evidence. What you have is you slap me and you kick me in bed and you push me away. So your defense of my GF slapped me after I abused her. Yeah, I mean, I do think that I don't want to be dismissive. I don't want to sound dismissive of people who go through abusive situations. Because it's really easy to do that to guys. But this just feels like spin. He was going off at Alice for saying he was abusive at her, and he went, N-word, you do too. And again, I think I'm pretty clear that the relationship's incredibly fucking toxic, right? This is an incredibly fucking toxic relationship. So, okay, cool.
After she had been assaulting me throughout our relationship, Alice responded by saying that any girl would have done the same. Alice also went on to send me a message where she said that her kicking me was probably uncalled for. I messaged Alice about her assaulting me on Facebook after she had posted TikToks calling me an abuser and lied that I was on Claire's law and under a police investigation. I questioned why Alice was doing this when she had been physically assaulting me throughout our relationship. I told her because of this, I would have to defend myself because of the accusations she had posted publicly. This is when Alice threatened to sue me for suggesting that she had slapped me, which she later admitted to in her document. I messaged Alice about the time she had kicked me, which had led to me sleeping on the sofa and staying away from her to stop her from assaulting me. I retold this story on messages, and Alice replied saying she didn't just start kicking me randomly for no reason. Alice admits in these messages that she was kicking me because I had refused to put my shirt on, which is her reason for assaulting me. Alice responded with, yeah, that's pretty stupid, in response to me refusing to put my shirt on. This is because I had a skin condition that Alice was aware of. I said it was stupid at the time because I regretted not just doing as Alice had asked, as it would have avoided her assaulting me, and we wouldn't have ended up arguing. We had also texted about this exact situation. I told Alice I didn't want to upset her as she was angry that I no longer would share a bed with her anymore because she had been kicking me and calling me fat because I had told her that I couldn't sleep with a shirt on because of my illness. I've had a skin condition since 2021 that was brought on by stress. This skin condition would cause me to have full body itching episodes when I was touched, pushed, or hit, and it made it very hard for me to sleep. I was told by my doctor to try and avoid stressful situations and to stay dry and avoid warmth as it was seemingly making it worse. This is what—
Bitch, you're a fucking drama YouTuber. Avoid stressful situations. I mean, you are British. It's a very stressful country. We're all fucking miserable over here. But, and his AIDS gang. I was very stressed, guys. I really think that everyone who should be... Listen, you get to be a YouTuber for 3 years, and then you fight in a war. That's the rule. You can either fight in the war before or after. You get 3 years. Okay? 3 years, then you have to fight in a war or work in retail. Okay?
why I would sleep with no shirt on. When we first started dating, it was minimal around the...
I'll be honest with you. If the choice was like I've worked one retail job in my entire life when I was 16. And if my choice was work in retail for a year or go and fight in Ukraine, my answer would be send me to Ukraine. I'll die, but at least I won't be working in retail. Oh, fuck that shit.
Stomach area, but a few months into our relationship, it had spread to my entire body. Throughout my time with Alice, it got worse, and the stress of our relationship and other issues I was having at the time were having a huge effect on me, and Alice was aware of this. Originally, she seemed supportive, but it quickly became something that she would use to hurt me. Alice started by calling me fat and texting in person, and this was because she wanted me to keep...
Yeah, but then you call me fat and kick me in bed. These are the same messages.
Keep my shirt on because she did not like my illness and she didn't want to see it or be around it. We were in bed together and Alice told me when I took my shirt off that if I was going to do that, then she wanted me to sleep downstairs. I told Alice I wasn't going to do that because I wanted to sleep in our bed that night, and she complained that I spent too much time away from her. This angered Alice and she called me names. I ignored her and turned away so I could go to sleep. Alice turned around in bed and kicked me in my lower back, and I told her to fuck off. And then she kicked me even harder and then started to donkey kick me in my neck and in the back of my head. Alice had done this so hard that I fell out of the bed while she was still kicking me. I proceeded to get incredibly angry, and I shouted at Alice and I insulted her, and this is something that I deeply regret doing. When I messaged Alice about this on Facebook, she said that she didn't...
Okay. I will say this. Okay? I want to be clear. If this is true, that's pretty fucked up. However, it's Alex, and I don't care. That said, jokes aside, I can't believe him. because he's fucking lying so much, and he is presenting evidence. Like, he is flashing evidence up on the screen to try and make it look like he's got more substantial evidence than he actually does. So what I will say is, joking aside, if that is true, that is actually quite fucked up. You shouldn't do that to your partner. Unquestionably. That's fucked. However, I don't fucking believe you. I don't fucking believe you. That's my problem. Okay? And also, fuck you. But, like, I just don't believe you. I can't. I've heard this sob story. It's taking me back to, like, Peaches, where it's like, I'm taking the pills, guys. I'm gonna swallow all the pills and I'm gonna die. It's like, well, funnily enough, Peaches, you've been saying that you're swallowing pills for, like, 2 years and you're still fucking here, you fat, useless bitch. So it's like, what am I meant to do? I don't believe you. You cry wolf so much, I just don't fucking believe you.
Didn't just start kicking me hard. The argument had...
Like I said, even if this is true and Alice is evil after all, Alex is the suspect while Alice is the victim. Okay, I want to separate this from Alex and Alice at the moment. Because, firstly, I don't believe Alex, but also, mutual, like, fucking violence in a relationship does not, like... It does complicate things. It doesn't make it as fucking clear-cut. Because a lot of males don't know how to deal with being in domestic violence situations. God, I hate this video. I knew I'd hate this fucking video. Listen, I'm gonna stick to the basic based position that I personally feel about this fucking asshole, which I just don't give a shit. And I don't believe you, so I'm sure that some people will have issues with that take. I don't care.
It got worse, and we both started insulting each other. Alice then pushed me and tried to hit me. This is when I grabbed Alice by the arms and I pulled her to the floor. This is the only time that I tried to defend myself after Alice had tried to attack me after kicking me in the back of the head. Alice says in the messages that she didn't do it for no reason.
Wait, what was that?
After Alice had tried me. This is when I grabbed Alice by the arms and I pulled her to the floor. This is the only time that I tried to defend myself after Alice had tried to attack me after...
What? What? What are you talking about? So when Alice is saying in these screenshots with no fucking dates on them that you grabbed her and dragged her to the floor, you did do that. You are now admitting to doing that. Am I hearing this correctly? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually insane? So after all this time being like, that never happened, I never did that, you're now admitting to doing that. And then and we know that you're lying because there is audio recorded footage and like some other God, what was the other one? There's another one. We've got, like, what the fuck? Also, it's the Depp Heard stuff. She was the worst party, but he was no saint in the relationship either. Archer. And I really don't want to start a fight here. Archer. You're not going to like this, okay? But Amber Heard, while she is a crazy bitch, got absolutely fucked in the court of public opinion and by PR. Like, just, it is wild the shit Depp got away with. And it's because they, like, go and read the UK court documents. Go and read the stuff that Depp managed to keep out. Depp's lawyers managed to keep out the American case. It is fucking crazy what happened to Amber Heard. Don't like her. Don't like her. She seems like they were, again, toxic, terrible relationship. But, like, it is fucking wild the shit Johnny Depp pulled. It is, like, it's fucking crazy, bro. It is one of the, like, it is one of the most insane fucking, that is literally my take. Open Seaver. Thank God he's sane. Thank you, Archie. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's, I like, it drives me mad. He spent 3 years with an army of fucking bots and PR astroturfing hatred for Amber Heard, got the evidence that concluded her, like, that was like the most compelling for the UK court cases, thrown the fuck out. And do you want to know the most insane part about the Johnny Depp trial that no one talks about? Here's it. Here we go. The Johnny Depp trial, the claim of defamation in the Depp trial is that Depp was an abuser and that Amber Heard alluded to this in an article. And that's the claim of defamation. You alluded to me being an abuser. But in the article, Depp admits to actions which could be considered physically violent towards her, and therefore the claim shouldn't be defamation. So it doesn't even make sense that she lost the case on the stuff that was fucking in there. It's infuriating. I literally cannot believe the shit that happened with that. It's wild. It's wild. It's actually insane. I fucking... Listen, I hate Amber Heard as well. I really dislike this woman. I think she's a terrible fucking actress. But it was like one of the biggest fucking insane miscarriages of like 2023. And I was like watching this unfold and I was just like, what is going on? What is happening? I just got back from work. What have I missed so far? Imallexx lies a lot. The Amber Heard case was crazy. I'm a fascist. So we are. How are we doing, Rotten? Good evening. Good evening, my friend. Oh, okay. Mina, I could argue for hours with you about this, but I'm a normal person who doesn't burn people at the stake to disagree. Listen, it's absolutely fine. You can disagree. You can disagree. This is like a pet thing that drives me crazy. None of this actually matters, but listen, I'm always going to give you my honest take, even if it's going to be unpopular, okay? But you are very welcome to disagree with me. I encourage disagreement. So it was OJ, basically. The glove doesn't fit, yeah. Oh, anyway, okay. Still love you, mate. No worries. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Listen, this is a safe space for dissenting opinions. Ooh, okay. I lose my mind.
Kicking me in the back of the head. Alice says in the messages that she didn't do it for no reason, as she believed that because I'd refused to sleep downstairs without my shirt on, that made it acceptable to kick me because I'd refused to do what Alice had asked. Alice has also written in her document that I had accused her of hitting me when we were in bed because I was talking to our cat, and Alice has put this story last in her document. Alice says that this story about the cat is a lie and that it didn't happen, and wrote this.
Was it 2022? Am I going fucking crazy? Okay.
At this point, he's trying to use a situation with that cat and manipulate the story. I can show what really happened here. Alice has shown 5 screenshots of this conversation and has portrayed it as the whole story. Alice does not show the hundreds of texts where she admits to getting physical and trying to hurt me, whilst also downplaying the seriousness of her physical attacks on me whilst justifying them. This was purposely hidden, as it would show that Alice was physically abusing me, which is why she shows this screenshot.
I was going to make a joke about you being a fascist, but I didn't know if you knew, Lamau. Also, Alex lying sounds like a day that ends in Y. So true. Yes, I'm aware. Fuck, listen. The last thing, I'll say this one last thing about the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. I just want to live in a world where we never have to debate the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff ever again. Okay, that's it. Those were the 2 big court cases. I just want to live in a world where we never have to debate that shit again, okay? I don't want to live through it again. I'm good. I'm good, thank you.
Shot and has cut off the first part of the conversation where I'd asked Alice why she tried to hit me, in which she belittles and insults me for suggesting that she had assaulted me, even though she admits to getting physical in the text that she did not show. Alice then went on to write this. I had told him to stop saying weird things to the cat, he was joking about taking him away, and why would I let someone who told me they break my cat's neck near my cat? This was an argument around mine, so there is no texts. This is not true at all, and not how this took place, which will be shown in these text messages. For context before...
Inhales, what's your opinion, healthily? Here's my opinion. The media lied an awful lot about the Rittenhouse case, set up weird expectations for it, and while I think it is a stupid thing to do to go to something like that, he didn't break the law. He just didn't. And do you know? Okay, here's my hot take with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. Do you know who I think is really to blame for like that? The fucking cops. He tried to get out of the area, and they were like, no, stay inside, young man who's on their own. Go back towards the rioters who are threatening to kill you. Just hop along now, which is fucking crazy. How did no one get fired over this? Like, the whole thing could have been avoided if they just let Rittenhouse or provide out of the area or provided some assistance, and no one mentioned it. It's fucking insane. I don't know what to do. I returned from watching the final Transformers movie. Why are you listening to this at 1x speed? Have you no heart? It's actually at 1.3. Okay. Oh, fucking.
Before I read them, me and Alice were in bed together.
Also, hello, you wife.
When our cat Bear entered the room, jumped onto the bed and sat on my chest. I began talking to the cat in a silly voice, and Alice was laughing with me. I was jokingly saying I was going to eat him if he got any closer, and it was very apparent that I did not mean this literally, and that I was in fact joking, as we had done together throughout our relationship. Alice even acknowledges that I was joking in her document at the time. Alice said this in her document. He then goes on to say I have punched him in the face over the cat.
Okay, I cannot see anyone in chat disagreeing with the Rittenhouse take. I'm very happy about this, okay?
This is the Lulu Island we're on now, because he's
It's not
trying
even a take. It's not even a take, it's just what happened.
to grab onto anything he can to create his story. This didn't happen, and I couldn't tell you where he cooked this up from. This is from an argument where he was being horrible, had the cat in his arms, and came up to me making jokes about taking him away. Alex was in my face all over me doing this, so I pushed him off of me. I got this story from our own text that Alice has left out of her document. It is not something that I had cooked up, and I am not creating my own story, as there were hundreds of texts of me complaining when it happened that Alice doesn't show, which I will read for full clarity. Alice admits that I was making jokes in her document, but then says I was being horrible, which is untrue and completely contradictory to what Alice had written, where she fully admits that I was joking at the time. Alice calls me delusional, and says I'm on Delulu Island for thinking that Alice had physically assaulted me for joking about the cat, but has written in her own document that she did push me.
Hold on. Doesn't happen, and I couldn't tell you where he gets that from. This is from an argument where he was being horrible, had the cat in his arms, and came up to me making jokes about taking him away. Alex was in my face, all over me doing this, so I pushed him off me. Okay. So for those of you who've been here for like the beginning of this, like for around the last like 2 hours, I had this thing earlier about the INABA stuff, and actually this is really fucking helpful. Because what Imallexx is doing here is what INABA did in his document to his ex. It's exactly the same thing. And it's why that story in particular has stuck with me. And you can go back to the INABA document if you can find it, and you can check. When INABA is addressing the accusations about the dog with his ex, what he does is he essentially begins addressing it in a paragraph and then jumps over basically all the context to lead to his response. He doesn't even address it. He just carries on going in a really weird flow. And what Alex is doing is exactly the same fucking thing. He's basically saying, oh, it was a joke, it was a joke, it was a joke, and then she pushes me. What he's skipping over is that, like, it's not just the joke, it started as a joke, and then he's getting increasingly aggressive, and Alice's claim is that he is in her face, getting close up to her, squaring up to her. Alex was in my face, all over me doing this, so I pushed him off me. It's not actually, like, fuck, I didn't realize it was as light as this. It's not even her claiming that she, like, hit him or anything. It's like she pushed him away. And Alex is reframing this to make it sound like she's admitting to, like, starting that physical altercation, which, again, is exactly what INABA does with the Kirsty stuff, because INABA knows he can't really address the dog shit. It's actually really, again, in my opinion, really fucking egregious. So, like, he can't address it directly, so he reframes it. And then because he's showing you this on screen, he trusts that you'll just believe him. Because why would he... And he's been doing this all the way through the video, by the way. He's been doing this all the way through the fucking video, by the way. What he keeps doing is he keeps throwing up screenshots, showing you evidence, showing you the same evidence over and over again. He's showing you stuff that's irrelevant to the argument he's making to make it look like there's more there than there actually is. Most of the evidence Alex has is examples of Alice standing up for herself. Yeah. The Einabber stuff I can barely recall. Yeah, it's a real bugbear of mine. I think the Einabber stuff, because the Einabber stuff, everyone just went, oh, well, she's clout chasing, just focus on the Alice stuff. And to be clear, Kirsty's document, 99% of it, I'll say 98% of it is bollocks. 98% of it is bollocks. The dog stuff, though, is really fucking egregious. And if she'd just come out about the dog stuff, I think it would have got a lot more traction. I think it's way worse than people think it is. Anyway.
But it was because of me making these jokes about the cat. Alice texted me saying she hadn't hit me, and this was after I'd accused her of punching me in our bedroom in person, and then I had walked away. Before I left, I asked Alice to pack her things and leave, as I was not comfortable with being hit in our relationship, and this was not the first time that Alice had hit me. At first, Alice completely denied even trying to hit me at all, and then responded with her reason for why she had got physical with me, as it was due to me saying I was going to take the cat away as a joke. I was incredibly thrown off by this, as it was minutes after Alice had assaulted me. Alice began to gaslight me over text and tried to get me to think
Fuck, I really want someone else's take on this. And I know whose take it is, but I don't know if they're busy. I might talk to them after we've done the video. Like, and not tonight. I might actually reach out to somebody. Yeah, all of this, even from his friends Diesel IRL, he was a shit person to everyone around him. Diesel again cut ties long ago. But yeah, Diesel's spoken about Alex before. I think Diesel and I have spoken about Alex before publicly. Obviously, I don't know the fucking guy, but Jesus, could you imagine?
That this had never happened and that I was overreacting. Alice didn't apologize for getting physical, but instead doubled down on why she'd assaulted me. Alice hadn't told me she didn't like the way I was.
It is Queeman. I am actually genuinely interested in Queeman's view. Listen, I know that a lot of people don't like Queeman's takes. I find them like very, very useful. He doesn't just play devil's advocate or go for like a counter take because he's trying to be contrarian. He usually has quite well reasoned and logically consistent positions. That's why it's one of the reasons I like talking to him. I am actually interested in his opinion on this.
Joking around before she assaulted me. We were in bed laughing, so I thought
because I won't get it from anyone else either, and like I like that balance.
It's fine and just a normal interaction. Alice calls me mental and mocks me with laughing crying emojis for trying.
Good morning. Have some Swedish grounds to cheer you up. Thank you, Kicken. Good morning. Hope you're good.
Trying to discuss why she had assaulted
me.
I made it clear in the text that I didn't push Alice or get physical when I was upset with her, and that I was tired of her doing this to me, to which Alice responded by agreeing and saying, yeah, after you've been a bellend. Alice ignores her assaulting me as the reason this argument has started, and has cut it out of her document to make it seem like I was being horrible, and that she had reacted to me, and not that she had hit me and insulted me, to which I responded by asking her to leave the house and leaving the room. This is why Alice at no point is specific about what I said that was actually horrible. She just references the joke I made about taking the cat away. This is because I wasn't being horrible, and Alice is misrepresenting the situation intentionally by hiding these texts that showed what really took place. Alice again acknowledges in texts that I was joking, and that I was not being serious at any point, and that she was aware of this the entire time this argument was taking place. This contradicts what Alice has said in her document, where she claims...
Does not invalidate his opinions, but he's always a contrarian. You can tell how much I don't want to fucking talk about this video, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm just going to level with you. Fuck me. Just the thing is, because it's just Alex lying, I feel trapped. I feel like I am Alex is abusing me right now. I feel trapped because I just have to sit here and listen. I mean, what commentary am I meant to give to this? He's lying. Shocker. Fucking color me surprised. I'm so stunned. I'm so shook. I'm the fucking whatever is Paul Joseph Watson meme. Imagine my shock. Yeah, sure. Listen, Qui can take fucking contrarian points, and he does do that consistently. But, you know, you can't argue with the results. He was contrarian on people like Boblax. He was right. Sorry. He's just right, and he does this consistently. Again, I still disagree with him on other things. I'll probably never let the tiger thing go. I'm gonna keep... Listen, I'll be fighting with Queeman in like 5 years' time, and I'll bring it up randomly. Gangster with the 5. After this guy stops yapping, let's all watch Will and Jim react to cleanse out mind, laugh our asses off. I really want to talk about Will and his channel. I really want to do that, but I'm waiting on something. I'm waiting on something before I can talk about Will and his channel. Just go full LTG and say he should... I'm trying. Listen, there's a lot of reporting going around. I'm trying to be good. Waifu with the two. It was a prank, bro. Alex, right now, yeah, yeah, literally, that's what he's doing.
So I was being horrible.
Have fun now. In a bit.
As Alice knew the whole time I was joking, as shown by these messages, minutes after the actual event had happened. I told Alice I didn't like her getting physical with me, as it would happen a lot, and I was often ignored when I tried to talk about it. When I would ask why, Alice would stonewall me, or would tell me that I was overreacting when I complained about things becoming physical. Alice would not talk to me or
You can probably get more skipping to the Danky Jarbo bit. There's a Danky Jarbo bit? What? Why is there a Danky Jarbo bit? Interesting. I like Danky. I like Danky. Let's okay. We're gonna give it a bit of time. I don't want to cheat you guys out of content.
tell me she was getting upset before she resorted to physically assaulting me. Alice tried
Oh no, did Will fuck up? Yeah, Will took a shot at me and then I put out a tweet thread and he shut up since then. But I'm not done with Will and his channel. Because I fucking, listen. I've been fighting with Will and his channel for years. I'm not about to stop now, okay? I don't care that he's a little shit and nobody, that nobody knows who the fuck he is. I have fun doing it. So you're going to sit here while I take shots at Will and his channel. Someone who, the vast majority of the 300 people in this stream are going to have no idea who the fuck I'm talking about.
Tried to take the conversation away from it being about physical abuse and said that I was asking her to leave because she didn't laugh. I asked Alice to leave because she had attacked me without warning instead of talking to me, and Alice knew this as I made it clear in person and on the text conversation that we were having. But Alice was trying to change the reason I wanted to break up to make me look like I'd overreacted to her misunderstanding a joke, and not because I believed that she had assaulted me. Alice says, because I didn't laugh, because I pushed you off. Once again showing that Alice clearly knew that she had been physical with me, and then mocked me and belittled me for it, even though she had started by calling me delusional for even suggesting that she had been and that this had taken place. Alice still calls me delusional to this day for believing this even took place, and says I'm on Delulu Island in her document. I asked Alice to stay...
Wilney or another... No, this is a Twitch poll, Will. This is... Will and his channel is like an old political creator. He's just a piece of shit.
Away from me, and she called me mental again. I told Alice that I would stay away from her because she hadn't stopped assaulting me, as I felt this was my only option that I had left. I complained again that I needed Alice to leave. I felt I was being intentionally pushed to my limits, and I'd reached the point where I was afraid to interact with our cat or Alice out of fear of being assaulted, as it had been going on for months.
Can we get the law? Let's get to the end of this section, then we'll have a little fucking breather and I'll talk about Will and his channel.
At this point, Alice calls me delusional again and blamed me, saying that this was my decision when I had asked her to leave the house. But I wouldn't have asked Alice to leave if she hadn't have assaulted me. I had let the physical abuse towards me become normalized for reasons that I will go on to later in this video. But I had reached a point where I couldn't deal with it anymore and felt there was no excuses to justify this situation, as it seemed Alice now believed that me wanting to leave because of this was an overreaction. Our relationship was incredibly toxic and it affected us both severely. And I felt,
just to be clear, obviously this is him just repeating himself. I just don't want to keep pausing the video.
That we needed to be apart as things were getting worse. Alice says that I was horrible to her to justify the continued physical assaults on me, even though she had started this fight because I was joking and had tried to hurt me to get me to stop. But to claim that this behaviour was exclusively one-sided is untrue and does not justify resorting to physically assaulting me because of a joke. Alice then mentions I had said something to her the other day when her brother was over, and this story is actually in Alice's document. This wasn't the first time where Alice had treated me this way over the cat, but it's becoming a daily occurrence throughout our relationship. There are so many cases where I end up taking Bear into another room, saying that taking the cat off him is starting an argument when I only did it after he said weird things to him. Acts like a child had his toy taken away when realistically, I was uncomfortable with him being near my cat after saying what he does. Alice says that I acted like a child had his toys taken away.
Is he actually so brain dead he's pushing all responsibility onto her, like ignoring and lying? The lying side of it. That's just dumb considering the clip she released. I'm more upset at how stupid he is. Yeah, he's taking the Destiny approach.
And that I complained that taking the cat off me is starting an argument. Alice then says I said weird things to him, and that's why she had taken him away. I was upset with Alice because, like in these texts where Alice justified assaulting me for talking to the cat and making jokes, Alice would use the cat as an excuse to assault me. I had broken down on a few occasions due to this, and I had gone to Alice and spoken to her about this because, as she says in her document, she was constantly taking the cat away from me, and I felt that this was done to get a rise out of me, as she knew that it upset me. Alice knew that I cared for the cat, but constantly referred to me being affectionate with the cat and talking to him as weird when I had asked why she'd taken him away, or pushed me and left the room. Alice messaged
fucking insane is
me
that?
being
What?
affectionate with the cat and talking...
I mean, again, look, she's responding in like 1 or 2 texts. Everything was my fault then. But I moved on. You're so stupid. That's how I fucking felt. It was whatever I was because of you, because I'm upset with you, with the cat. Think about it. And then it's like trying to play games and you were right, rude. I worked so much and I worked for you. So for it to all be nothing, it's hard. I'd rather not work and sit on the sofa all day and be the cat and be peaceful. I feel like everything is collapsing. So when we wake up, everything be good, and you dodge my kiss. It's hard, bro, dude. Fuck, like I mean, they should have just broken up. Like, the fuck. Listen. Fuck, how'd you end up living together when you're like this? Fuck me.
To him as
Giga Chad Schizoproster, good evening. Ikandros, how you doing, bro?
when I had asked why she'd taken him away or pushed me and left the room. Alice messaged me, but she realised I cared for the cat after we had broken up, but had still gone on to portray me being affectionate with the cat as a justifiable...
Okay, hold on. We missed the breather point. I don't care about the shit with the cat. Let's talk about Will and his channel. Now, okay, I'm going to do a full stream on Will, so I don't want to give away too much. There is a tweet on Cope and Seed, though. Basically, Will was like, yes, I'm embarrassed. I partook in a cesspit and have taken steps to leave and focus on more important things, such as my career and the type of content my channel was originally for. His channel's dead, by the way. His channel's fucking dead. Dead. He's not uploaded anything for like a year. Well, he uploaded a fucking... he uploaded a video he did at the Destiny canvassing event, which he's now subsequently taken down after the allegations. But what I will show you is this. So back in 2022, Will and his channel was at TwitchCon with ChudLogic, Wicked Supreme, and there is Will and his channel, okay? All the way back in 2022. Now, Will is very excited to be at this event with ChudLogic because ChudLogic was like a father figure to him. And I say in this tweet, it's a role that Chud embodies perfectly. Let's have a little look see, and you can tell me what you think of Will.
That's very sweet. These people don't have any money.
I think I'm gonna grab one of those really quick and come back. Yeah,
Cool.
go for it.
$5.
Nice house, Chad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, you're clear.
Pauses at the door like, wow, this is such a nice house, Chud. Listen to this inside. He talks like a fucking NPC. So he goes to get a beer. Okay, they just sat there talking, having a nice little time, and then Will starts coming back.
Oh, right socks, right shoes. But I left the fucking pass at home, and I got there, and I had heard that they'll replace it for you, and you gotta pay like a reprint fee or something like that. And I was like, whatever, it's 10, 20 bucks, I'll just pay it. I get down there, like, yeah, to reprint, we need to pay or charge you full price. I'm like, damn. They're like, yeah, it's gonna be 120.
So he drops the bottle cap. He just drops the bottle cap on the ground, and Chud looks at him like a disappointed father.
Bucks. And I was like, what about the partner half price discount? And they're like, that's with the discount. I was like, fuck.
Pick that shit up, mate.
God damn.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you really grilling the shit out of me about that shit?
Will, you're getting kicked off the island.
$2 bucks.
No, you should go downstairs and hang out with Gabby and all that.
And Wicked Supreme is just like, get the fuck off my stream. Fuck off. Fuck off. Get out. You're done, bro.
We're gonna talk about other stuff.
What?
Even Chud's like, dude, what the fuck?
Get him off the island.
Why?
That's fine, honestly. Can I,
Because sometimes it feels good to hurt people. That's fine.
Fucking hell, okay. Listen,
just
not
like
my decision, mate.
That's fine. It's his stream.
Tell someone else.
You wanna say your channel name before you go?
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
Don't, you're not me, motherfucker. Just say your channel name.
It's Will and his channel.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay. Cheers, mate. I'll come and catch up with you later, yeah?
Take your time, shit.
I just feel like we need to be more intimate with Chad. You know what I mean? And, you know, I just want to start kissing, dude. And I feel
Mate.
like he would have.
That was fucking savage, man.
Oh, fuck. Every time I see this clip, I have like this just moment of catharsis. It's so fucking good. So good, man. Oh. Like, look, lots of people have had moments in their lives where they're like, listen, man, maybe just fuck off. Like, we don't want you around. Lots of people have had this. But having that in front of a live stream, I think this was watched by like a couple of hundred people. And thousands of people have seen this clip, to be fair. Thousands of people have seen this clip. Bro, I'd kill myself. Unironically, I'd just be like, it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. Bro. Fuck. Listen, the Will and his channel stream, because let me let you into a little secret. Will and his channel, his entire career is bizarre crash outs and like being a fucking slimy little worm. So it's going to be pretty good. I've talked about him before on this channel. That was a live stream. Yeah, it was a live stream at TwitchCon. I've talked about him before on this channel. We are gonna get into this at some point, okay? Okay? Yeah? Yeah? I fucking love it. Anyway.
Reason to physically assault me, which is why she had kept things intentionally vague when describing me talking to the cat as weird, and has cropped these texts, as Alice knew I was doing nothing out of the ordinary when it came to me and the cat. Alice says in her document that I was acting like a child because of this. I had asked Alice many times to stop hurting me for being affectionate and talking with the cat, like I am doing in these text messages. I had broken down crying in front of Alice, which is why she says I'm acting like a child. Alice makes it seem like I was overreacting to something small, and not that I was deeply affected by being assaulted and mocked constantly for talking to the cat and various other issues in our relationship. This is why Alice has intentionally hidden these text messages that show why I was so upset, so she could misrepresent my complaints as childish and unreasonable, even though she admits to doing this on many occasions. It was affecting me severely trying to deal with the gaslighting and manipulation, as well as the physical abuse while sharing a house together, and to read that my breakdowns have been described as acting like a child who had his toy taken away shows that Alice was aware that it had affected me, and is even now still insulting me and mocking me for pushing me to my breaking point. In the text messages, Alice continued to blame her hitting me on how I had reacted previously to the constant abuse I was under, to justify her continuing to hurt me physically for things like jokes or talking to the cat. If Alice didn't have a reason for why she'd hit me, she would say it was because I had done something previously to deserve it, like in these messages. Alice says she pushed me away because it was my fault, and all I do is call her names. But that is not at all what happened, or how this argument took place. I would get upset after I was pushed, slapped, or punched. I was horrible to Alice on many occasions, and I deeply regret this behaviour, and nothing will justify that. But the order in which these events have been portrayed as false, as Alice has...
Hold on.
Place. I would get upset after I was pushed, slapped, or punched. I was horrible to Alice on many occasions, and I deeply regret this behaviour, and nothing will justify that. But the order in which these events have been portrayed as false, as Alice is once again ignoring that she had tried to hurt me when I was just talking with our cat. I was upset and frustrated that Alice hadn't apologised for getting physical with me, and I lashed...
I hate this fucking video. I hate it. I hate it. It's like, do you know what would have been a better response? Well, firstly, actually, a better response would be not responding at all, unironically. But a better response would be just owning it and being like, yeah, I was a really shitty boyfriend. Like, what went on was, like, clearly in Alice's opinion, was abusive. Maybe I need to accept and look at that. I've gone through therapy. I haven't been around for a year. I need to be better as a person, and I hope that many of you will watch for me to be better as a person, and you'll help me through that journey of fucking growth. And listen, it would still be a lie. It would still be a fucking lie, but it would be more believable, and it would overall have just been a better response. Because this is just like, Alice is a liar, Alice is a liar, Alice lied to you, Alice lied about me, Alice is attacking me, Alice is the abuser. I was just a fucking little guy, guys. I was a little guy, I didn't know any better. I'm Imallexx, and I didn't know any better. It's like, dude, fuck off.
Out at Alice over text, which I regret. I told Alice that this isn't what I signed up for in a relationship, and it was hard for me to follow whether Alice was upset when we had been totally fine, and then suddenly she had hit me. Alice then says that I had dragged her in an argument and that I had shouted at her. I ignore this in the text messages as it was untrue, and I've covered this in...
Yeah, I realized that one of the reasons that I keep running out of memory all the time is because you guys keep taking all my stars, and actually it directly affects my RAM. So every time you fill the goal, my fucking browser crashes, which is horrific. Honestly, I'm the one who's suffering here.
in this video already. Alice says I said weird shit, so she pushed me off and then told me to grow up and to cry because I was upset that she got physical with me. I pointed out that it was really strange to me that Alice knew that I was joking around with her, but was still treating me like it was okay to assault me, and that I should go and cry about her physically assaulting me. Alice then says that I was actually provoking her on purpose because I knew she didn't like it when I talked to the cat. We lived together, and the cat was ours, and creating rules like saying I can't talk to him because she was annoyed at me is unfair and unreasonable. I went on to tell Alice that I was tired of being hit for just being myself. I thought we were having fun, but now I didn't know if I would be punched or pushed for just joking around, and because of this I wanted to break up, as it was clear that our relationship was not working, and we could not be together if issues this small would lead to physical violence. Alice then said she knew that I wasn't being serious, to which I told her that she shouldn't hit me. Alice then denied hitting me. I did not expect Alice to admit it, as I become used to Alice completely downplaying and excusing being physically abusive in our relationship and mocking me whilst continuing to call me delusional. As shown in this video, Alice has lied and hidden physically abusing me on multiple different occasions, like she's doing here in these text messages. I then told Alice I had to stop the conversation as I was really struggling with being gaslit about what happened and then being insulted. This would cause me to get very upset, and I would struggle massively when Alice would tell me that I was making everything up. Alice then proceeds to insult me again, and then mentions that I had insulted her. I fully admit that I used horrible language, but as you could see, Alice would insult me too, but would only focus on my behaviour, and would completely ignore her own. I said to Alice I was tired of her ruining normal interactions by getting annoyed with me. I felt that Alice was intentionally making excuses to justify hurting me, and that this had happened since we very first began dating, as I mentioned in these texts. We continue.
Okay, I was muted. Muted. Fuck. I'd pay for more RAM. Also, stick art in the Discord. Thank you for the 2. I've already read these. Cool anime girls. Us taking all your stars is causing computer issues. Maybe we should stop donating. Yes, but then I'd be sad. Then I'd be sad for you, chat. Okay? I'd be sad for you. How could I tell you I was proud of you? I know I'm not muted now, okay? Listen. We just need a little bit of peace and fucking quiet after listening to Imallexx fucking rabble on endlessly, okay? This is fucking amazing though. This is fucking incredible. What incredible artwork. Ah, listen. Lillian trying to steal the Mally wife. Apparently so, Artcrypto with the 2. Thank you. Fuck. I feel like this is going to come back and bite me at some point. Okay, well, I'm going to get a lot of DMs about this one. Thank you, Lab. Mally furiously typing. What the fuck are you doing?
Continued to talk, and then I proceeded to ask Alice to leave again because I felt that she was trying to antagonize me. Alice said she didn't respect me, and that was why she was treating me this way. Once I realized this wasn't going to be resolved, as the conversation had just become Alice insulting me further and trying to gaslight me, I told Alice I had to go back to work, as I had been in an ongoing battle to retrieve the money my YouTube channel had owed from my YouTube network, as it had been taken away from me, and they had stopped paying me at the time. Alice knew that I had been in a battle with my network for tens of thousands of pounds, as it had been withheld from me for months, and I had no income stream because—
I got nothing. No jokes, no slow remarks. You did it. I'm out of funnies. Fuck. I didn't make it. It's not my responsibility. It's not my fault, okay? I may have been memeing pretty hard on the fascist thing, though. We will be talking about this in couples therapy. There we go. I found it. It's okay. Listen, don't worry. At the rate chat is going through goals tonight, chat's paying for couples therapy. It's on them, Mally.
Because of this, as they were continuing to take future payments from me. I was still paying for every expense in our house and using my savings as I was the only person working at the time. Alice says I took my equipment away from her, but that was because I was using it to make videos and to try and continue working so I could afford to support us and the cat. Alice then says she pushed me because I was in her face. This is a complete lie, as I was laying down flat on my back in bed with the cat on my chest, and Alice moved towards me and pushed me. This shocked me, and I started to feel extremely worried about how Alice had begun to twist the narrative that I somehow had gone from just telling a joke about the cat to now being in Alice's face. Not only did Alice then downplay how hard she hit me, she had begun to rewrite the story of me being at fault over text. I said to Alice I didn't think things were going to get better, and this showed me that our relationship would not improve.
Okay. I did, however, tweet it out on the on the Beckett account, okay? Because it's fan art. I've got to tweet it out. That's the reason.
To which I again asked if we could end our relationship. Alice said that I had flaws, and she is correct.
Rotting brain with the two. The fascist thing was so funny. Listen, I've said multiple times, I have no ill will to Linlin. Go and watch the video and support. Like, it's Linlin talking about her jar stuff. I'm not mad about it. I listen, I'm not even talking about any of the other things said about me. I just think that comment in particular is fucking hilarious. What am I meant to do? It's so funny. It's so funny. I have to talk about it. I can't not. It's so good. It's so good.
I tried to work through them when we were together, but I felt like the line had to be drawn somewhere before things got worse, which they did. I did not want the way we had treated each other to be an ongoing excuse to allow things to continue to get worse. If we couldn't find solutions, I believed it was right to break up, as the ongoing abuse was not something that should continue. Alice then continued to say that she doesn't respect me after I told her that I had been working harder despite the financial issues I was having at the time. Alice then told me to come here and say it to her face when I said that I wanted her to leave. At this point, I was annoyed, and I told Alice to get out again and to leave.
I can't be the only one who thinks Alex is projecting right now. You're not, waifu. Thank you for the 5.
The house, as she was actively trying to escalate the situation by trying to start an argument with me in person and being aggressive over text. Alice continued to antagonize me and then mocked me for not working a 9 to 5. This would happen when I complained about how stressed I was that I hadn't been paid, and it was becoming a huge struggle trying to provide for 2 people and the cat. Alice then accuses me again of kicking her out because she didn't like my joke. At this point, I started to get increasingly more upset, as this had been going on for hours now. Whenever I brought up any issues, I would be gaslit and constantly misrepresented. This is something I really struggled to deal with. Alice tried to make me feel like my reasons for wanting to break up were stupid, and that I was over-emotional and overreacting. Alice then proceeded to mock me again when I started listing reasons for why I can no longer put up with the constant fighting in our relationship. I said to Alice I was totally fine before she had pushed me. I was not taking anything out on Alice, as Alice was the one who had antagonized and laid hands on me. Alice would then take my reaction and claim that I had started the fight or the argument, like she has done in her document and on these text messages, even though she assaulted me. Alice then proceeded to repeat again that I wanted her to leave and break up, not due to the physical abuse, but in fact because she didn't laugh at my jokes with the cat, which is completely misrepresenting my actual feelings again. Alice then says, bro dumped me, kicked me out, and then asked to talk and calls me an idiot. Alice ignores that she had physically assaulted me and verbally berated me on text the entire time.
Oh my fucking god. I actually can't keep looping on this. I can't do this. This video, am I being fucking trolled? How am I meant to react? And like, I don't like doing reaction type video kind of content. I try and do stuff where I'm talking about something and have an overall point, and I'll show you sections of videos, and I'll show you general things that are going on, because I'm like, oh look, we can talk about this bit, and here's how the story ties together. I can't do that with this. This is fucking awful. This is unironically fucking awful. It is just looping on the same point over and over again with nothing else to fucking say about it. It's not even funny to me at this point. I'm just bored. I am bored of listening to Imallexx say the same thing over and over again in what actually may be unironically one of the worst response videos to allegations I've ever fucking seen in my life. This is so bad that if he had come on with a ukulele, it would legitimately be a better video. You don't like watching the same bit in screenshots for 30+ minutes? This is, oh my god, this is worse than Doodletone's response. This is worse than Doodletone's response video. I've just realized. And I didn't make it through that one either. It's worse than Lyo's. It's like it's worse than every other response. It's worse than any ACC response video I've ever fucking seen. It's unreal. It's almost like an art form. How the fuck did this guy end up with 1.8 million subscribers? Oh. It feels like Alex is mimicking iNabber because everyone dismissed him except Beckett with the dog stuff. Yeah. It is. It's just straight out of the playbook. Okay, listen, I'm done. I'm done. We're going ahead. What's the cheating stuff? I don't care. Alice lies about kicking. You've already fucking talked about this, you absolute lunatic. Borderline personality disorder. Okay, for those who are joining us like halfway through, he brings up his documents, but he only went and got a diagnosis for borderline personality disorder after the fucking documents dropped. It's irrelevant. Wait, what's the essay? What's the essay?
Alice has also written in a document about the time that she had told me that she had been sexually assaulted in the past. Alice wrote that we ended up going on holiday together to Italy in July, and an argument came about when he was watching a video about a girl being hypersexual after trauma. I opened up to him about my essay and the trauma that I had been through myself. In response to this, he tells me he doesn't want to know what has been done to me by other guys, and I ended up leaving into another room crying. He threatened to leave and get a flight back on his own, taking into account this was my only third time abroad.
This was the strategy. You don't realize it, Beckett. No one will go through it, so no one will call him out. I mean, okay, maybe that was the strategy, but like it hasn't worked because no one's persuaded by this. It's just like, okay, cool. You know what? Listen, if this is, I'm kind of seeing the point. Like if I am Alex acted like this during their relationship, just repeating the same point, looping over and over. I hope Alex. Do you know what? If Alex showed, if he was like, if this is how he acted in the relationship and Alice was beating him up, I'd get it. I'd just be like, do you know what? I understand. I just get it. Do you know what? I'm really trying hard not to say anything that's even walking the line on TOS, but I fucking get it. I fucking understand. Oh my god, holy shit. He got to that platform because he's soy as fuck and played to the YouTube good guy audience. Same crowd that watches Ethan is online. Holy fuck, this is painful.
And he knew that it would make me very upset and scared, like he knew I needed him there with me. Bring up weird shit on our first holiday, you ruin every moment, I have no fond memories with you. I spoke about something I had gone through with the trauma, opening up to him about my experience of SA, and this is how he responded. This is not what happened at all. I was scrolling through TikTok and watching a video because I was about to record when Alice, who was standing behind me out of nowhere, told me that she had slept.
That's the resident soy down Beckett. You gonna say something? Get DMs about. Like, I know I am. Getting the spray bottle.
With many people due to hypersexuality. The video I was watching was not about sexual trauma at all, so I was massively taken aback by this comment and thought it was an odd thing to say on the first day of our holiday. I was not really sure what to say as a response, so I told Alice that I didn't like how she had brought this up, and I didn't think it was the best way to start a conversation about something as serious and delicate as this. She didn't open up to me about being sexually assaulted. I was not even aware of the conversation and what it was about, as Alice had only made a passing comment about hypersexuality and her previous partners. After I'd finished work, I went to the bedroom to talk to her, and she refused to speak to me. Alice then told me that I should sleep on the sofa. I was more than willing to talk about whatever Alice wanted.
Well, before you wanted to go sleep on the sofa, fucking kill me.
And I apologized for upsetting her. When I mentioned again that I was not annoyed, I was just surprised by what she had said. She told me she didn't care, pushed me, and told me to sleep in the other room. I sent Alice that message because I was incredibly defeated at the time. There was only so much fighting and physical abuse that I could take, and it had been constant for months. I was angry.
I don't care. Continued harassment. Let's go to continued harassment.
A document. Alice has still been harassing me online to this day and has begun to go after other people that she believes are friends with me. Alice posted a series of comments on TikTok claiming that every YouTuber who has similar thumbnails is working with me or for me. Fabricating stories that I am employed by any YouTuber who makes commentary videos is ridiculous and untrue. I have seen recently that multiple YouTubers have made me a YouTuber who makes every commentary video who has similar thumbnails.
Every commentary YouTuber that uses the same number. Are you able to point me in the direction to find out for myself? I really don't want to be supporting those creators. But is that the people working for him, or that like are doing the same sort of stuff, or like what's the context? I watch so many UK YouTubers I don't want to support. I'm 100%. Okay, well, I mean, that's not particularly fucking good.
Thumbnails is working with me or for me, fabricating stories that I am employed by.
No, he's still working for the YouTubers behind the scenes. They know who they are. What's he doing now? Is he working at a Tesco somewhere? And he still said nothing. You deserve the world, Alice. No, we definitely do know who.
By any YouTuber who makes commentary videos is ridiculous and untrue. I have seen recently that multiple YouTubers have made videos on my former editor, Danky Jabo. They've accused him of being mentored by me, and they claim that we are friends. Because of this accusation, Danky Jabo has lost over 11,000 subscribers. The reason this rumor began...
Is this gay Liquid Beckett stuff? Is this the gay Liquid Beckett stuff? Yes, it is. It is. Kairais with a 2, thank you. Huh. I do want to point out, Lewis has apologized for this, by the way, just for what it's worth. He recognizes the issues with it. I haven't seen a lot of his content, but he does seem to have learned from this mistake and not repeated it. So, that's my view on it. But we'll see how his content progresses over time.
It's because Alice messaged the YouTuber known as Cataclysm and told her that a friend of hers had messaged Danky Jabo because he still followed me, and this can be found in a video that Cataclysm has deleted.
Standing by somebody who has been outed as an abuser or who you know is an abuser just because Alex has done, for example, a little bit for you and helped your career, you're a scumbag, you're an enabler, and you don't genuinely believe in what you're talking about. A little example I have here is I received a screenshot from Alice, which was one of Alice's friends in contact with a content creator called Danky Jabo. Basically, Danky Jabo got a DM from someone who Alice knows, Alice being Imallexx's ex-girlfriend.
No, his next video had lies. Oh, I mean the one after the George Not Found one. Like, we're going after George Not Found. Then he seems to get better. Okay, yes, the George Not Found one's fucking terrible as well. Not George Not Found. Fucking Dream. The Dream video is fucking terrible. Yeah, the Dream video is fucking terrible. So that's been the cut-off point. If he doesn't do it again after the Dream video, then he's fucking learned. He's an idiot. Okay, but we've missed the part where Alex says he was essayed and she decided to follow the guy who did it. Okay, but we've missed the part where Alex said he was essayed and she decided to follow the guy who did it. Wait, what? I'm sorry, where is this? Whereabout is this? What? Lying and manipulation, isolating from friends, is that later? What? It's in the essay section. What? The essay section's tiny.
To speak to me. Alice then told me that I should sleep on the sofa. I was more than willing to talk about whatever Alice wanted, defeated at the time. There was only so much fighting and physical abuse that I could take, and it had been constant for months. I was angry and upset about her pushing me constantly. It had nothing to do with the conversation about sexual assault that Alice has referenced in this document. I believe Alice has created this false version of events due to a conversation that we had after we had broken up, as Alice has started to use personal stories I had told her to torment me. I had confided in Alice about being sexually assaulted when we had begun dating, and after our breakup, Alice had blackmailed me and was using my reactions to build a document. So she started to follow people that I knew and had personal connections with to try and trigger a reaction from me. Alice followed the person who I had told.
I'm having people message me about me being sexually assaulted. What's that to do with me? I'm not sure, but I didn't realize you followed him. And apparently, I'm just losing my mind here and I want to die. That's naught to do with me. I'm sorry, you haven't spoken to him? No. Can I ask you a question without upsetting you? Probably not, but go for it. Why did you follow someone who I told you between us sexually assaulted me?
Told her had sexually assaulted me in the hopes that I would react. I was incredibly upset.
Why did you... Okay, I'm not angry at you. I understand I hurt you deeply. I'm sorry for even asking. I just can't get my head around it. Well, then I guess you know why. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Can you explain it to me? Do you think I was lying? You answered your own question. I read your old messages for days. You have no idea what emotions I went through living all that. No, I do. I don't blame you. I'm sorry pushing you so far. God, I really fucked it up. I didn't think you'd feel like you do. Make me feel bad.
That Alice was using something deeply personal that I told her about in confidence as a way to get to me. Alice messaged me saying that I knew why, and then went on to clarify that she did this because she was upset with me. We continued to talk about it, and this is when
he's doing it again, why didn't you deck him? He came in behind me. I was mid-conversation. He grabs me firm behind. I didn't see him. Pushed me over the couch. I'm like dangling legs in the air. Punch him out. Surely you deserved it. Twice in a week. I just wanted to die. You just let him walk away after? What? I'm sorry. What is the claim here? Is Imallexx claim that some guy walked up to him mid-conversation, grabs him firmly from behind, and fucked him in the ass? What the fuck is this? What?
And Alice told me that I should have fought back. I've blurred the names as I have no interest in making this a public matter, and I have no intention to discuss this publicly beyond this, as I hoped it would remain private between us. But Alice has since used this to try and hurt me, and has accused me.
So I sent you a viewer. Sorry, Vlad, we're right in the middle of, like, Jesus fucking Christ. We're right in the middle of, apparently Imallexx was, like, sexually assaulted in front of the other. What?
Me of doing exactly what she'd been doing intentionally to induce a mental breakdown that she could use for her document. Alice has still been harassing me online to this day, and has begun to.
I don't understand. I'm sorry, can you explain?
To induce a mental breakdown that she could use for her document. Alice has still been harassing me online to this day, and has begun over interest in making this. We continue to talk about.
If he's doing it again, why didn't you deck him? He came in from behind. I was mid-conversation. He grabs me firm behind. I didn't see him. Pushed me over the couch like I'm dangling legs in the air. I hate that you said muted, Kevin, and I went and checked. Fuck off. Actually die. What the fuck, bro? Twice in a week. I just wanted to die. What is this? This is so weird. Like, okay, here's my problem. It's Alex. And I don't have enough context to know what this fucking is. And whether it's like... So, okay. Wait, I don't get it. How was this sexual assault? Yeah, like, if he was bent over and, like... I'm gonna be, like, indelicate. Probably. No, I don't understand this. I mean, are you telling me that you were in a situation? He was like twice in a week. Are you telling me you were in a situation where some guy came up to you and like assaulted you twice in a week? Is that I don't want to be that guy, but is that actually SA? The problem is Alex is like deeply soy. Yeah, I'm really like Alex does this deeply soy thing where like a lot of fuck, I hate this. I hate this because I know people who do this. They make up stories to make things sound way fucking worse than they are so they get victim points. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Do I think Alex was raped on a sofa mid-conversation? No, I don't. This story sounds fucking bizarre. This whole thing sounds fucking crazy. And yeah, like this is fucking yeah, this is I don't know what the fuck to make of this at all. This is fucking bizarre.
About it, and this is when Alice told me that I should have fought back. I've blurred the names as I have no interest in making this a public matter, and I have no intention to discuss this publicly beyond this, as I hoped it would remain private between us. But Alice has since used this to try and hurt me, and has accused me of doing exactly what she'd been doing intentionally to induce a mental breakdown that she could use for her document. Alice has still been harassing me online to this day, and has begun to go after other people that she believes are friends with me. Alice posted a series of comments on TikTok, claiming that every YouTuber who has similar thumbnails is working with me or for me.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? I just sat down. Who starts this conversation like that? Wait, Queeman only read a brief part of that, not the part of how he described what happened. What was Queeman's take, Leela? What was Queeman's take on this? Because this is fucking really weird. I mean, listen, okay. Here's also my line. Here's also my line. So I should be clear about where my standards are. I'm like, I think that, okay, I want to be delicate here. That Alex was a shitty person. I mean, Alex is a shitty person, but what was his line on the fucking that everyone is shitty? Everyone is shitty. I mean, this should be your starting point for a drama. Basically, everyone sucks. I think that we throw around the word sexual assault an awful lot, and way more than we should. Sexual assault is a very particular thing. It's okay. It's okay to be like, you shouldn't touch somebody if they don't want you to touch them, and you shouldn't like wrap your arms around somebody, or you shouldn't like hug somebody if they're uncomfortable with it, or if they vocalize that discomfort. But it's not sexual assault. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just giving you my standard. You don't have to agree with it, but I'm just giving you how I see it. Okay? And I think, like, I don't know, I come from, despite the fact that I'm a fucking nerd, ladies and gentlemen, despite the fact that I'm a fucking nerd, I grew up in boarding school. And, like, all of us would be, like, fucking fighting all the time, and people would prank each other with weird shit. None of us are calling it sexual assault when, like, you wake up and 3 guys fucking are beating you with a boot. Okay? Friend of mine once woke up, like they tied him to his bed with skipping ropes. And then they just beat him for a while. So, like, I don't know. Is my childhood fucked up? I think my childhood might be fucked up. Fuck. He said early on he had rape ties, then the rape came true. Quayman is a prophet? Quayman is a prophet. He knows. It's true.
Taking stories that I am employed by any YouTuber who makes commentary videos is ridiculous.
Oh, we need to go ahead, don't we?
Those people based on whether they follow my inactive social media accounts. Alice took the DM that she claimed a friend had sent her from Danky Jabo and sent it to Cataclysm, who then proceeded to make various posts and YouTube videos claiming that Danky Jabo was a misogynist, an abuse apologist, and even hearted a comment claiming that he could be a future sexual assaulter.
From the moment I ignored her offer to join call with her and her friends, she had begun randomly messaging me unwarranted, hateful messages whenever she felt like it. Not only that, but she was also hearting comments on her YouTube channel.
Men will do literally anything to avoid therapy, huh? Maybe. Listen, I went to therapy, okay? I went to therapy for PTSD. Listen, boarding school's a war zone. Fucking hell.
Channel that accused me of being a potential sexual assaulter. The fact that either of you act as though you were trying to be fair at any point, that you were trying to be respectful at any point, is honestly laughable.
Cataclysm posted that she wanted to expose someone so bad. This was a tweet made before Cataclysm had uploaded any...
Okay. I don't really want to rehash this. Danky got attacked by Cataclysm and Lewis, and he was completely fucking innocent, and the accusation was fucking ridiculous. And if Alice is saying anybody who uses those thumbnails is working with Alex, she's a fucking idiot. She's a fucking idiot. Okay, that is an incredibly stupid thing to say. But again, and I want to make this clear, there are no perfect victims. Okay, there are no perfect victims. What's my opinion on this video so far, Stevie? I fucking hate it. It's not even particularly funny to watch. It's just looping. I wish he hadn't responded at all. I actually hate this fucking video. Okay? That's what I fucking think. In fairness, scouts weren't much better, I guess. Not sure how we didn't lose more kids. True. That skipping rope story about you? No, it wasn't. No, I think definitely stuff happened to me. Like for instance, I was in a locker room, and 2 guys came in with a cricket bat and a hockey stick, and took my legs out with a hockey stick and smashed me in the face with a cricket bat. So I've got like a scar on my lip where my like tooth went through my lip. Oh, it's great times. Fucking loved boarding school. Magical times. Listen, I, like many people, got the shit kicked out of me until I was big enough that it stopped fucking happening. Okay? Go on. Go. I was like 8 years old. I was like 8 years old when this happened to me. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was 9. Because I got sent to boarding school at the age of 7, right? And, like, I was the youngest person at this boarding school. So, like, who was a boarder, who, like, lived at the school. I'm rolling a cigarette while I'm telling you this very fucked up story. So, what else happened? Someone tried to drown me? That was a thing. Like, a lot of shit happened, I'll be honest with you. Builds character. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. Did you like getting beat at least? I wasn't a fan, no. Nah, by the time I'd got to like, by the time I'd kind of got to the age of about 11 or 12, it stopped happening because I was big enough and fucking aggressive enough that I'd fight back. So like, for instance, I got in so much random trouble at times, but like there was this dude who was like trying to poke at me, basically. And I just fucking charged him into a wall. And funnily enough, people stopped doing things to you. Like, this is the trick. Honestly, and I'm hoping that everyone here is over the age of 18, so this is irrelevant. But the minute you start punching back, anyone who does this whole kind of, don't hit back to them. That's what they want. You need to be the bigger person. Hit them in the face, okay? Just fight back, and then they stop doing it pretty fucking quickly. It's really simple. Damn, I thought some stuff in the American high school was bad. Heard some crazy stuff that happened in men's locker rooms. Yeah, like, listen, I'm just rolling a cigarette. I really don't want to watch more of this fucking video. I'm gonna level with you guys. I would rather talk about being beaten up at boarding school when I was fucking between the ages of 7 to maybe 9 or 10, than watch any more of this fucking video. Okay. Dude, I was a scrawny little thing as well. But yeah. No, it was fine. It's whatever. I mean, like, we all played, like, rugby and contact sports, so it's pretty used to being aggressive with each other, right? Whatever. Everyone got it the same. Well, do you know what's really funny? I remember when I was older, and, like, there was this kid. We need to see the danky section. Okay, we'll watch the danky section. There was this kid who, like, was getting bullied by one of the teachers. Legitimately getting bullied by one of the teachers. And he stormed out of the classroom. He stormed out, guys. He was so upset. He just couldn't take it. And, like, loads of us were, like, called into the deputy head's office to talk about this and, like, how serious it was and how sad he was and how bullying's a real fucking problem. And we were all sat there like, okay, way worse has happened to basically everyone sat in this room. We're sat there and he's like, and we're like, this kid couldn't take, like, a teacher being a bit mean to him. Meanwhile, basically everyone in this room at some point had the living shit kicked out of them. And the way, so there's this thing in British schools where it's like, okay, we've got rid of, like, punishments, like teachers aren't allowed to hit you. But if you're at boarding school, okay, if you're at boarding school, teachers can find some pretty creative things. So, like, there was this geography teacher who fucking hated me because I was an annoying little shit. So we were doing rugby training, and he was like, right, there's a correct way. There's a correct way and there's a wrong way to tackle somebody. So, Beckett, come and stand here. And he was like, here's the correct way to tackle somebody. Tackles me correctly. Here's the wrong way to tackle someone. Pile drives me into like a fucking embankment. So I'm laying this dude, this 6 foot, like I'm like a tiny kid. And this 6'3" teacher fucking drives me into an embankment and just fucking leaves me lying there. Like I like fucking dead. And that's how they got away with it. It's like, listen, if he gets injured, it's just sports training. What are you talking about? That said, one of our history teachers used to legitimately, like, again, not allowed to do this. He'd like throw border erasers and pens at people, like the thick pens and things. He'd just chuck them across the room into people's heads. I didn't give a fuck. What are you going to do? Complain to your parents? It cost like 20 grand a year to be sent to the school I went to. No one's parents gave a fuck. They were like, we're paying like 20 grand a year for your education. You are going to sit there and be educated, and we don't give a fuck what the teachers do to you. Listen, I think it's based. I think we need to bring it back. Here's my hot take. I think kids need a little fucking discipline. Didn't do any damage to me. I'm a perfectly balanced person making drama content on YouTube. I've really put that extraordinarily expensive education to use. Okay. Fuck me. Oh fuck. I laugh now, but I needed pretty extensive therapy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, in answer to that question, yes, we had chalkboards. Okay, anyway, fuck. Let's look at the Danky Jagobo chip. Yeah, we're around here, fuck it.
Video or live stream about Danky Jabo, who she then went on to expose by revealing this DM that Alice had sent her, claiming that this was proof that we knew each other. Alice responded to the tweet that Cataclysm made, saying that she would do it for her, when Cataclysm claimed that she couldn't expose Danky Jabo for legal reasons. Cataclysm then made tweets about Danky Jabo that were negative, that Alice retweeted and shared. These tweets can no longer be found, as Cataclysm has deleted her Twitter account after Danky Jabo's response video. Alice has not only continued to harass me for the last
Rotting Brain with a 5. I think kids need to have fear put back into them coming from customer service. Based position.
year, but has now gone after my fourth.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Like bullying bad, sure, bullying bad, but you can tell the people who were never bullied, right? You can tell the people who weren't bullied enough, early and often.
Former editor and tried to cancel him because she created a conspiracy that he is a friend of mine and that we work with each other. This has led to him being slandered and harassed online by various content creators who have now apologized because of this lie that she had started. Other YouTubers have also claimed that because our thumbnails were similar, we must be friends.
One of the only pieces of evidence that they show are that our thumbnails are similar.
You can even tell the blatant mentoring through the exact same thumbnail design. They use the exact same thumbnail design. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just
I
more
still think this is fucking crazy for Lewis to say this when his thumbnails are this style. The writing's just bent. It was such an insane thing to say. And Cataclysms are really similar as well. It was completely mental. No idea what the fuck they were thinking.
that he mentored him or taught him his ways.
This is also a point made by both Cataclysm and an actual old friend of Alex and Jake Baz, who was previously featured on his channel before.
When Alex stopped posting because of everything that happened, Jesse then started posting very much in the style of Alex, with Alex's thumbnails, etc., etc.
Coincidentally, your thumbnails seems to be only since he's quit. Your thumbnails have started getting a lot more like Alex's, which is weird. Why would you only just start doing that now, coincidentally, when he stops uploading?
However, the great irony of this point is that the very thumbnails on the streams that my thumbnails are being criticized on are the exact thumbnail style that somehow prove that Alex is mentoring me.
These YouTubers accuse Danky Jabo of being mentored by me based on his style of thumbnails. But Jake Baz and Cataclysm have also taken my thumbnail style and used it in the very videos where they attempt to cancel him, after making multiple videos calling me an abuser.
And not only that, but Cataclysm still continues to use the very thumbnails that she's criticizing me for to this day. By that logic, is she also being mentored by Alex? No, obviously not, because it's just a YouTube thumbnail. And like I said, I haven't spoken to Alex since my last payment from him. He has nothing to do with my channel.
To take my thumbnail style after calling me an abuser, whilst attacking another content creator for doing the same, is ridiculous and unfair. Especially when the goal was to try and ruin somebody's YouTube career.
You would not have made this many baseless accusations against me that do not accurately represent the conversations that took place between us. You wouldn't excitedly be tweeting about how much you wanted to expose me, and you wouldn't be saying shit like this on stream.
And it makes me feel like sad. Like I just want to like.
You know what I now do want to see? I want to see Danky Jarbo's what the video that Danky Jarbo is going to do on this drama, because he's probably going to do one, let's be fair. And I'm really interested to see what that's going to look like, because this is a play to get Danky on side. That's what this is. Has Danky said anything about this? This is fucking bizarre.
Like log into his channel and delete it. Like it needs to be deleted.
Another ridiculous piece of evidence that they use is that I still follow Imallexx's Instagram account.
Also, what some people have noticed, which is what Katie alluded to in a video as well, is that Danky Jarbo is still following Alex. So this is true. If I had a look earlier before the stream, so Danky Jarbo is following Alex and is still followed by Alex as well. So they're still around each other.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like, these are not small YouTubers. Why would you choose to look like this? Like, this is fucking ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, I probably have, but this is ridiculous. Whatever the fuck is going on here is insane. It's insane. Like, how do you live with yourself? How do you turn the camera on? Like, I know I'm not on camera at the moment. I haven't been for a few streams. But like, fuck me. It's just unreal. It's unbelievable.
That's what I do know.
Apparently, and still now, Jesse followed and still follows Imallexx.
Now, Danky Jarbo was still following Alex.
If our thumbnails being the same and someone following me means that I am mentoring them, then why until a few
He
weeks
looks like
ago,
a British
the
grandma.
cataclysm-
Yeah, it's fucking wild. Like, listen, I don't think you should shame people for their looks that they can't do anything about, okay? I don't think you should do that. Like, sometimes people have fucked up faces. you shouldn't shame them for that. It's something they could do. But he chose those glasses and that haircut. He walked into a barber's shop and was like, hey, this is the haircut I want. He's definitely overcompensating for something. I mean, like, I don't understand how he's overcompensating. He's undercompensating. Like, the only way you could get away with looking like that is having the biggest penis on the planet. He must be, like, hung like a fucking horse to feel like he can look that way and it's fine. Like, like this dude must be like, I have to give other guys a chance. Like, it's fucked up. It's actually fucked up. I agree. The kid needs the chat. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the 1 month at Coping.
Still follow me on TikTok and use my thumbnail style. This does not mean that we are friends, or that I am mentoring Cataclysm. I find it ridiculous that this has been used to prove that I am friends with people, when the same people saying this are doing the exact same. Cataclysm also went on to do a live stream where she made claims about me that are untrue.
Alex said stuff about me and I didn't even know him. Like Alex was like cocky as shit because like I followed Alex for quite a long time and Alex made a comment being like, oh, I should probably follow her back at some point, and he made some weird comment like as if like, I don't know, it was just weird. It was like kind of patronizing.
I had followed Katie on Twitter and we had interacted once, and she wished me a happy birthday. I did not follow Katie back on Instagram because Alice had accused me of getting close with Katie, even though we had never called or spoken outside of this DM. I sent this to Alice to show that we only ever had one interaction, to prove that I was not involved with Cataclysm in any way. These messages were 2 months after we had broken up, as Alice was still monitoring my social media activity and friendship circle, and trying to prevent me from being friends with anyone, something that she is still doing to this day. I would like to apologise to Danky Jarbo. My actions are not something that he is responsible for, and I apologise that I did not respond sooner.
Hey, Lucy, let's go. Love some fan art. Can't wait to see it. Let's go.
Last year, I have been in and out of hospital, and this greatly delayed my response, and I was unable to make a video at this time, and that is why it's taken me so long to address this. In this time, Alice has posted many things about me that are untrue, and has posted—
I was in and out of hospital during this time. What, getting fucking brain surgery? What do you mean? Like, was it a mental hospital? Like, what the fuck what are we talking about? Okay. You getting like your spine put back in? What's going on?
This TikTok that people believe.
How's the response going? I fucking hate this video. I hate all of it. Again, I've been pretty honest. I didn't really want to cover this. I feel obliged to. I feel like it's weird if I don't. Okay, this is one of those where I feel like it's weird if I don't, but I'll be honest with you. After watching the first 8 minutes through the lens of Chud logic the other day, I just didn't really fucking care. I was like, sure, whatever. This is exactly what I expected it to be, and it's honestly pretty fucking shit. I mean,
reference to me.
Don't ask me about my ex, let's just pretend that nigga died. Ain't no pressure by no nigga, tell his ass to fall in.
Alice says that she had done everything she could and pressed charges on me. This never happened, and once again is another lie. Since Alice posted a document, 2 of my ex-girlfriends made posts about me. My ex-girlfriend Jess, who I dated in 2019, wrote a statement that she had then deleted before she reached out to me to talk privately. Jess told me that Alice had contacted her and had lied about a police investigation and asked her to make a statement to back her. Jess told me that Alice had
I ended up gathering a FBI folder on this guy full of all the abuse. I just don't know what to do. I've been saying this since January.
contacted her and had lied about.
If this gets further with the police, would you be okay with maybe making your own statement to back mine? I think if they hear from his ex-partners about the same behavior, it'll help a lot, but I understand if not. Okay, but this is a lie. Alice did go to the police. I can't find Chud's stream, though. Chud takes his streams down, he privates them, and then they'll come out as VODs. DK's quite quick, though. So it'll be out it'll probably be out. It's not out already, it will be out tomorrow. Probably. Found it when I wrote it down. Yeah. DK's really fucking quick.
A police investigation and asked her to make a statement to back hers. Me and Jess have spoken to each other many times since, and we have resolved this, and I greatly appreciate that she reached out to me. King Anna, a YouTuber who I dated in 2018, has also posted a statement about me online. There is no evidence to support anything that has been written in this statement, and that's because what was written is completely untrue. At no point during our relationship did I at any point ever get physical. To write a statement that contains no screenshots, texts, or evidence to support these false claims shows them for what they are. Baseless and untrue. Me and Anna continued to stay in contact with each other after the breakup. We had met up at multiple gaming conventions in England and Los Angeles, and all of these messages were over a year after we had broken up, as we hadn't had any form of falling out, and we had maintained a friendship after our relationship had ended. Anna wrote in her document that it was the most toxic.
It was the most toxic relationship I've ever been in. I was lucky I got out of it when I did. I mean, well, fucking, I don't know about the, like, laying a finger on her or shit. I don't know. I don't know what this document is. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I mean, from everything I've seen out of Alex, it seems like it's probably, like, erring on the side of probability, pretty fucking toxic.
Relationship she had ever been in, and that she was lucky to get out of it when she did. But we had stayed in contact for an entire year after, and Anna had even come round to my flat in London, where we had food and went out for dinner. A year after our breakup, I was invited to and took part in King Anna's charity livestream event because she had asked me to be a guest. I believe that we were on good terms.
Chicken with the 20 Swedish crowns. This is what Chris the Fish would call pure AIDS. Yes, it is.
After our breakup, and that there was never any issues brought up with me personally in the entire time that we knew each other. And this was the first time that I had heard of these completely false and baseless allegations that she has made against me. To see a statement that has retroactively been built on my abusive relationship with my ex-partner Alice deeply upsets me. Anna has also used this as an opportunity to blame me for a situation we were involved in with another YouTuber called Slazzo. The messages between us at the time show that Anna wrote the statement on Slazzo with his ex-girlfriend Che, and that I ignored this message at the time that she had sent it to me.
What? Help finish... That doesn't... Okay. Okay. Hold on. Get all the screenshots ready. She says she wants to post it tonight. Everything is ready to go. But you were pushing this. Are you really trying to claim that your ex is the one responsible for the fucking Slazzo accusations? Are you seriously trying to push this? This is fucking wild.
I was aware of the situation, but I had no involvement in writing anything, and Anna had even messaged me acknowledging that I didn't want to be involved, which is why I had not replied to her messages where she had tried to involve me. To write that everyone got the blame for something that I had apparently made up, when in reality, as shown here, Anna was the person who had written the statement, is ridiculous.
That's fucking crazy. Dude, this is so fucking, like, this is so well documented. Why would you lie about this? It doesn't even matter if other people are involved. I think I've been pretty clear with fuck everyone involved in the Slazo situation. Like, anybody who went along with this and didn't call it out, yeah, fuck this person. Fuck Alex's ex. It doesn't change anything. It changes nothing.
And a blatant lie. I should never have shared what Anna and Che had written, and I apologized privately to Slazo when it took place at the time. I wish no ill will.
I'm sorry, what? I apologized to Slazo when it took place at the time? You ruined this guy's life. What?
To any of my previous partners, and I understand that claiming my innocence in these relationships will be difficult, but I cannot accept these false allegations that have been made against me. Mia X Mon, an influencer and content creator who was under the same management as me, posted a statement which is a complete lie. Mia claims that she spoke to my management and that they dropped me in June 2023 because she had made them aware of the rumours surrounding me and my relationship with Alice. Mia says that she had put pressure on my management to drop me due to these rumours, and that they did after she had asked. I was never kicked from my management. I left my management in January 2024 on my own accord, as shown in these messages. Mia says I was kicked from management in June 2023, but I'd still been working with them and doing brand deals and premieres.
I don't care.
For the entirety of that year.
I just don't care.
As shown by this message from
Listen, I know I'm not going in depth and reading through this shit. I don't care whether it's true or not. It's irrelevant. I just don't care. You can make the argument of like, and this is what Alex is doing, by the way. It's like, well, you can't trust these people. Look how much they lie. I just don't care.
Management in July, and these messages about the Star Wars premiere I attended in August, 2 months after Mia claims that they had dropped me. I asked to leave my management in January 2024, which is 7 months after Mia claims she got me kicked from my management. I was never dropped or had any conversations about my relationship with my management at any point. What Mia has posted is a complete lie. I would like to make it incredibly clear that no one at any point ever reached out to me as a friend or colleague and asked me about my relationship until I never reached out to me, which I have discussed in this video, and that was months after we had broken up. At no point did anyone ask for my side or story. Nobody at all was aware of any of the information that I've shared in this video except for Alice, because nobody at any point ever asked. The one instance when my friends reached out to me, they leaked everything to my abuser. I did not expect people to understand my situation, and I was terrified to the point to which it had gotten to. I did not think there was anyone I could speak to, and I was terrified about what would happen if I did, as Alice had full access to my phone for the entire time we were together, while she unfollowed and isolated me from my friends, and because of this I stayed in a relationship which continued to get worse. Alice has excused her behaviour as reactive abuse, and has shown text messages where she has blurred out that she had been starting these fights. I had apologised to her after I had reacted to the physical violence, gaslighting, and manipulation that she would put me through, as I was deeply upset over how I had reacted, as I felt I was losing control the longer I stayed in our relationship. Alice wrote in her document that I felt no remorse or guilt. I deeply regretted the way I had been acting, and I apologised constantly to Alice for how I had behaved. Our relationship was affecting me so greatly that I got progressively more sick the longer we stayed together. To say that things just flew past and I acted...
But you were already sick, right? Because your claim about the kicking stuff is that it happened really early on. Wasn't it? Am I getting my timeline right here? You were already sick. You can't just show the same screenshots and be like, well, that's Alice's fault. What?
Like nothing ever happened is completely untrue when it was having such a serious and severe effect on me. Alice constantly tried to push me to physical violence, which I refused to do, as she had told me to hit her on the 5th of October in an argument, and Alice said that I should hit her as
You burn me, hit me, get payback? What's your fucking tone? Oh, yes, Dad. Sorry, Dad. Oh my god. What should I do? Not admit it? Why aren't you apologizing and trying to fix it? How fucking dare you think I was just admit to... What? This is fucking mental.
As a form of payback. Alice was trying to get me to react physically so she could use it to post online, and would constantly emotionally and physically abuse me until I would break so that she could screenshot my text messages or record me. This non-stop harassment has continued to this day, as Alice has gone after other people who she believes are my friends in an attempt to isolate me. I have not spoken to Alice or posted on my social media in nearly a year, but Alice has still been trying to control my life.
This is also a lie, by the way. Fraser posted text showing Alex's friends constantly reaching out, begging Alex to clear up what was going on.
Claimed in her document that I had projected all of my issues onto her, but has proceeded to diagnose me as a narcissist multiple times in this document, and also texted me saying that I had narcissistic personality disorder after I had reacted to Alice's abuse. Alice believed that I was on the spectrum, and would call me autistic and bullied me when I tried to discuss...
There is no way this guy is not autistic.
the abuse in our relationship. The more our relationship progressed, the more I began to react emotionally to Alice's ongoing abuse, as she would shut me down, stonewall me, and insult me. These arguments would go on for hours, and I'd reached my breaking point when trying to discuss the issues that I had had. Alice would continually call me autistic, so I changed the way that I would try to discuss stuff in our conversation and arguments, just so I could get a response. Alice has then gone on to clip me during my severe mental breakdowns and has screenshotted text messages that we had in real time. This entire situation was premeditated from Alice, as she had been screenshotting me throughout these breakdowns in real time, as shown by the fact that I am still typing and the dates in the messages that she has shown. Alice has proceeded to crop out that she had nicknamed me racial slurs, as Alice freely used this language throughout our relationship, but has hidden this and altered her behaviour when she was knowingly recording me and building her document so that she could paint me as crazy and psychotic and push the entire blame of this onto me. I had complained about this at the beginning of our relationship and texted Alice about the fact that her and her friends use this language freely. Alice would tell me to ignore this and told me that I was stupid for complaining about it and that I cared too much about how people would perceive me online. Alice has lied that I normalised this language on Twitter, despite it being her who actively bragged about it and brought it into our relationship. I'm not claiming that I am innocent in this relationship. I retaliated with vile language and threats that have been normalised, and this is disgusting and unacceptable. Alice wrote in her document that this is what happens when a narcissist meets an empath. They feed off it. But Alice has posted multiple videos about me online, a document that is filled with lies, and has also continued to harass me and others in an attempt to isolate me for the last year. I hope by not responding or reacting that Alice would move on like she had claimed she would in her document, but Alice has continued to post about me and has harassed others in an attempt to get to me. Alice said that these posts that she had made about me were a cry for help and not attention in her document. But Alice asked me to make a public apology to stop her ongoing harassment of me. It has been over a year since we broke up, and Alice has continued to lie about me to this day in her posts online and to other YouTubers who then posted those lies about me in videos that now have millions of views. Alice wrote in her document that after I ended the relationship, he tried to...
Dan Beckett went quiet. Oh yeah, no, sorry, I was zoned out. I'm zoned out. I just don't care. I just don't care. It's just an endless loop, guys. He def is hysterical. Like, fucking histrionic. Histrionic? Is that what we're doing? Fuck. I just fucking zoned out. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Is this over yet? I just... Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Stop crying. Okay, man, I listen. Again, I understand why some people hate this fucking language, but man the fuck up. Pull your shit together. I wasn't this much of a mess when my mother fucking died. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you for real? I've said this with other shit like this. You know, when my mother died, there wasn't people around to help much. Like, some of my friends came to see me, but most of my family lives at the other side of the country. I had to sort everything myself. I had to go to the undertakers. I had to go to the fucking, church. I had to set up a funeral. I had to contact my mum's friends. I had to phone people and tell them that a woman they had known, in some cases, for 50 years, not quite that long, maybe 40 years, had just died out of the fucking blue. And I was not this much of a bitch about it. I have no fucking sympathy. This is absolutely fucking pathetic. It's so pathetic, I just cannot bring myself to fucking care. It's just awful. I just... Pull your shit together, bro. Pull your shit together. It's because YouTube is all he has. You know, I was talking about boarding school earlier. I've grown up. I have what we'd refer to as a privileged background. And I know a lot of very, very wealthy people who are very, very fucking miserable. Fame, money does not make you happy. And I'll be honest with you. If this is all Imallexx has, he has what he deserves. Fuck this guy. Just absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can't, I know that people have done deeper coverage. I'm sure Diorio's going to. I know he's over on Twitch, I think. I know Chud has done like 2 fucking streams on this. They have dug into it. I'm sure Queeman's coverage is a lot more fucking detailed than mine. I just do not care. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this fucking topic. Unless something interesting happens, I don't think I'm going to talk about it again. I don't give a shit. Actually, I'll make an exception. I'm interested in the opinion of Queeman, and I'm interested in the video in if and when Danky Jarbo puts a video out. That's it. That's my only interest. I don't care about anybody else involved in this. I don't care about Inaba's response and the fucking document he put out. Who gives a shit? I don't care. Diesel's coverage was... Well, of course Diesel's coverage was fun. He fucking knew all these guys. He expects us to give him charitability, but never gave Slazzo. Pathetic. Also for the goal. Let's fucking go. Because, listen, that was a little bit ragey. Because I have just had enough. But do you know what I've not had enough of? The same thing you guys have. The fucking goals. Because once again... You've hit the goal, ladies and gentlemen. You've hit the goal, and you deserve your gold star for a good job because you have kept me company while going through what is almost definitely the worst response video I have ever watched on stream. I fucking hate this fucking content. I hate fucking I am Alex. I just do not fucking care. But chat, you tonight made me fucking proud of you, okay? Let's fucking go. You've been banging those goals out, one after the other. Proper fucking troopers. Proper troopers. Now, okay. So, I'm a little bit torn. There are updates. There are updates, folks, with the Harry Sisson story. But after that, I'm going to be honest with you, some of them are a bit dark. And, like, I'll be honest, okay, the responses, some of the responses, I was watching a bit of this on Just Stilks earlier, are incredibly fucking funny. They're very, very fucking funny. So, we will at some point look at them. Can I just go all colors? Oh, base, let's do that. So, some of the shit involved in these fucking, allegations are insane. We will go over them, but given the fact that it's talking about a guy who apparently is like a pedophile, I don't really feel like doing that right now, okay? I just don't feel like doing it. So instead, let's look at... Let's maybe do some Not So Erudite. Let's see what Not So Erudite's put out. She's talking about the Harry Sisson accusations. Okay, we'll do that when fucking I go over the Harry Sisson stuff. We'll do that when I go over the Harry Sisson stuff. Brother had all the money in the world and he wasted it on a Gucci Tiger sweaters. Yeah, fuck that, man. Fuck that. What's that other stuff I've been sent? Oh, Zoid's like, one of my favorite creators made an Andrew Dobson video. That's interesting. Maybe we'll have a look at that. Is that the pretty one? It's the one yeah, it's the one you're like, she's alright and you could fix her, and then you were like, I can't fix her. That one, Mally. Oh, fuck. Oh, guys. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna sit here and talk. I don't know if I've got more in me tonight. We've done 3.5 hours. We've done 3.5 hours, and I've got to record an episode tomorrow, and I will probably stream tomorrow as well. That dead VTuber, maybe? Oh, fuck, I actually do want to look at that. That's really interesting. But I need to do some research on it. I need to do some digging. So maybe next week. Maybe next week. We'll see what comes to light. Oh, fuck. I am Alex has abused me into fucking boredom. He really is exhausting, yeah. Listen, streaming, unlike Denims and Hassan, are like, this is the hardest job I've ever had to fucking do. Yeah, there's a VTuber who was claiming to be dead, and apparently they're not. The whole thing was like, they faked their death, which is fucking crazy. Okay, so unlike unlike Hassan and Denims, who are like, this is the hardest job I've ever had. Streaming, I love streaming, I love doing this, but I am fucking tired, guys. I've been up. Fuck, I've been up for 24 hours now as well. Jesus. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm just hitting the 24-hour mark, and I'm pretty tired. Did Diorio already stream about Imallexx? I believe he is looking at it on Twitch. I don't know if he's gone live. That's what he said on Twitter. That's what he said on Twitter. So why don't we chat? Why don't we talk about some stuff? We'll have a cigarette, and then, you know, listen, if one of you says something interesting that catches my eye, maybe it'll lead to some more content. But if not, we'll move on with our lives. Okay. Unlike Imallexx, who is going to die fucking Leah Bug with the 2. Hey, how you doing, Leah? Go to bed? Yeah, I feel that. Listen, I will be straight after this. Does he have a Twitch account? Yeah. Diorio streams on Twitch every now and again. His Twitch streams are really fucking good. They're so chilled out. I actually prefer Diorio. Well, I don't know if they'll be like his old Twitch streams, but I actually really like Diorio's old Twitch streams. They're really fun. Really fun. Oh, guys. Fucking hell. Andrew ditched Jax. It is in a call with his dad. I don't know who that is. You need to take care of yourself. Guys, I haven't had an energy drink. I haven't had a can of Monster in like a week and a half. Is it longer than that now? Yeah, like a week and a half. I can pick fights with chat that think the Bay movies are bad. Lol. I haven't had an energy drink in a week and a half. And like, guys, since I started like cutting down and now I've quit, my complexion's better, my skin's better. I'm actually feeling less like stressed. I feel so chilled out. I'm really glad I quit energy drinks. Like, fuck. Running brain. I'm taking ibuprofen to continue animating. Yes, rotting. I know we need to talk about some animations because there might be more animations. God, I love animations. Before I can't just diet, I get off work and immediately eat 3 cosmic brownies because I need calories so badly. They're my emergency calorie stash. Quite cute. Good on you. I will continue to drink energy drinks like a freak because I need to in order to stay up. Like, I'm in my early 30s. I'm hitting the point where I need to start taking care of myself because this is the point where it goes downhill. Okay? I'm drinking like soda. I'm drinking Coke and Dr. Pepper. And that's mostly replaced like the caffeine need. But yes. I'm taking better care of myself. No. Oh, how old are you? I'm in my early 30s. In my early 30s. I'm not over the hill yet, okay? But if I see 40, it'll be a fucking miracle. You're gonna look me in my fucking internet icon eyes and tell me the rise of beasts is bad? Fucking Mally is literally just fighting about, Transformers. God. Drug or the soda? The soda. The soda. I don't do drugs. Okay? Not at my age. I've told you whenever, just let me know. I'll send you something I have on the back burner regarding your Sona if you want. They've just been really rough little side things. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know. I saw the one you did a draft of. I don't want to spoil things, but the one you did a draft of and you showed me, when that one's finished, that's gonna be a fucking banger. I'm really excited for that one. See some like color on it. And yeah, I'm excited for that one. That one looks really fucking good. You might be proud of chat, but I will fight with them. Listen, that's just good parenting. Beckett, did you say fuck you to my cosmic brownies? No, it's just like, I get it. Maybe I did say fuck you. I'm very tired. I'm gonna start banning people with bad opinions, starting with you. Jesus, Smally. Okay. Listen, it's been a good night. Oh, fuck. This artwork was so good, guys. This artwork was so good. I'm so impressed. So funny. Worth, I'll take being called a fascist if I get fucking artwork like this. This is funny. Well, rotting. I'll tell you what. When that animation's done, that's when I'll do a certain stream. Okay. I'm not giving you an opinion on that. I'm not engaging in this fucking Transformers talk. I've already done it once with Mally. Beast Wars is the best Transformers thing, so. This is what you chose to do instead of hosting a now recording live stream? I don't know if any of the guys are around. Everyone's away. Everyone's away at the moment, so because we were going to do one, and then everyone was away. Because lots of people are like, I think the guys want to talk about Fat Camp, like local Fat Camp, and so do I actually. I'm actually slightly, for the first time since the Boogie Cancer arc, I'm invested. Oh. Okay. Right. I haven't watched a single Transformers movie or show. I've only seen clips, Jesus. Okay. Right. This has been a stream that I've enjoyed doing. Wait, no it hasn't. I fucking hate the content, but I like all of you. So, you get the unlike I Am Alex, I like my audience. So, that's fucking based. That is based. Who the fuck am I sending you to? Is there anyone even live? Is no one doing anything? Oh yeah, it's fucking Friday night, isn't it? Dude, what? Wait, can I raid this? Hold on a second. Oh, hold on a second. Wait, there's a live stream of Faulty Towers based. I know what I'm watching in bed. Give me a second. Can I raid this? Because if I can raid this, we are absolutely 100% doing that. Does he have open raids? No! Fuck, I was gonna raid Razor Fist. That would have been fucking hilarious. Okay, who can I send you to? Who live who I like? Fuck, I can't raid fucking whatever his name is, Tomfoolery. Fuck it, I'll send
something real quick.
Time for a bump.
Quiet.
Time for a bump.
I'll send you to Rezi. I don't know what the fuck he's looking at, but he is live, and he is the person who is live. So I will send you to Rezi. Okay. That is where you are going. Okay, listen, chat. Be good. I'm gonna go and sleep, and then I'm gonna record an episode of Now Recording tomorrow. Internet Explorers tomorrow. Rags, just in time to catch the end. Yes, dude, you're just turning up at the end. Fuck. We've just gone through all the Imallexx stuff. It's fucking terrible. I'm gonna send people over to Reservoir. But yes, you're all golden. I'm all very proud of you. I will try and do a stream tomorrow, okay? And we'll do some, because there is a fucking ton of shit going on. So I will dose you up on content. Okay. Have a good night. Take care. Say hi to Reservoir. Peace.